just started that way, and now I do it all the time. We need like some intro music and like, you know, uh I wish I could get something that isn't
Right.
copyrighted. You know what I mean? Um, but it's like everybody's trying to like steal nickels. It's like I gotta get my nickels. And I'm just like, dude, we're not making any money here. So let us just borrow it. If we hit it big, you'll get big. Oh, yeah, I gotta mention him. Oh, so how you been? We're on YouTube,
Good.
by the way. We're
Oh, we're
live.
live? We're
Yep.
gone? You didn't tell me. You
Sorry.
snuck it in on me.
Yeah. Well, it's just a button. I already had it prepped before you showed up. So trying to. Yeah. So how you been this week?
It's been. It was a short week because I took my birthday off, but I was ready for this week to be over.
Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday, Rocco.
Oh yeah. Oh, and it's Ralph's birthday too. It's Ralph's birthday actually too.
Well, happy
Yeah.
birthday. What is he, like 64? 60.
65. I think he's close to retirement age.
He should be.
Yeah.
But good luck tonight while you're cruising to truck stops trying to make $1. We're there for you, buddy. I hope those coupons you made, one free kiss, one free kiss and back rub with a happy finish, work out for you. Really do. Really do. Oh my God. I'm telling you, man, this week is.
I can see him. I can see him at this. He's like, hold on. He goes to his glove box. Which one do I want to use today? Wait a minute. No. Yeah. Oh, the back rub. I can see him. It's been drawn with crayon. It's not written. It's like
It's,
six figures.
it's got macaroni noodles glued to it to give it some class.
And it's not paper because he's got a piece of yard.
Yeah.
These are legit.
It's one of those things where he's really proud of it, but he shows it to his friends and they're like, "Are you serious right now? Like, what kind of special needs patient did this?" And you just see his face go, "Oh, I get it."
You'd be amazed at how many girls like this. They think it's sweet.
Then you see it and they're just so cringe. They're like, "Oh, gee, yeah, thanks. Could you go away now?"
I really spent time on this. It's like the paper's cut perfectly. He's construction paper. Oh, we're so going to hell. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know how we have friends.
Oh, I don't. It's simple because yeah, I mean you heard about, well, you heard me talk about the firefighter, so you were like, nope, not talking about that. So I say that to friends. So
yes.
Oh my God. Oh, dude, I was getting ready to cancel Netflix again because it's just there's nothing on there, or so I thought.
Yes, and then last night it was greatness.
He's God, yeah, I watched
He's just great.
I started into it because I didn't know his whole special. Talk about Andrew Schultz.
Yes, by the way, I still think he's probably right now the top guy out there, in my opinion.
I mean, he took Burr's spot. Burr's went full woke-tard, so he's just heavily, like, I don't care what your political opinion is. I mean, you can still be funny. Like, Burr could still be funny, but
he still could be.
But you saw his last special. It just lacked. He had bits.
Yeah, it lacked that edginess that he's always had before.
Yeah, the anger.
Because even when he was in England, he was, he even hit Obama's wife, talking about her dressing and stuff like that in England. It was still edgy. Yeah. So he didn't have that on the last one, I didn't think.
Because he went off for, I don't know. I didn't finish watch. It was on YouTube.
Told me.
Because he just went off on how Elon Musk is trying to be a dictator. And it's so funny because it's like, if you just look at what he's been doing, what do dictators typically do? They take away the ability for the populace to speak negatively about the government. He opened Twitter up so everyone can talk. They
And I see some bad shit on Twitter.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they get rid of history because you don't want to know where you came from because it starts now with a new dictator. It's everything kind of what was happening the last 4 years was more closer akin. I'm not saying the Democrats are a dictator, but you had more communist leanings the last 4 years than now. And I was just sitting here going, do you even do any research? Or are you just parroting the opinion of the people around you? You know, it's like, I don't know.
And TikTok has gotten bad, and it's like,
What do you mean it's gotten bad?
Like the people that are debating, talking about how bad Trump is and stuff like that. And I understand you're allowed to have those opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get it off our feed because I don't want to see either one of them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I want to be able to scroll past it, but it's like I've not liked it. I've not followed it. I was trying to figure out how to get it off my feed, and I can't. And a buddy of mine was like, well, you just can't stop on it. But I want to stop to see the stupidity.
Some of it, yeah. Yes.
Some of it's like one guy literally was like, Elon Musk is making $8 million a year to do this. Why is he doing this? And then literally you Google one search and see it says CNN reported. CNN, which is a left side media source,
right.
They said that they cannot pay him. He's not making any money.
No, at all. And he's getting death threats too. You watch the podcast.
Yeah. And what I don't understand is how somebody that, okay, so Elon Musk has all these irons in the fire. And for a man, to me, this is just my opinion, that's worth $400 billion to take time out of his busy schedule to look into a country that he has adopted as his own, because he's from South Africa. So now he's an American. He considers himself an American.
Correct.
And he wants it to be, great again. We can say that. And this is just his opinion. He wants to help. And for you to take the time out of your day and not get paid for something that could literally be detrimental to your health.
And your family. And your family.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's got young sons. I think he's got 2 young sons. And it's just, I don't understand how people don't want to know where our money is going.
Yeah, it's illogical is what it is. When I hear them talk, a lot of it.
And that's not political to me.
No.
It's not political to me. It's like, I really think that I should know where all of our tax dollars go.
Yeah. It's our freaking money. Yeah, we should know where it goes. I mean, that's like giving your wife, you just get paid. Let's say you made $1,000, you get paid, and you go to work on Monday, and you're going to buy a candy bar before you go to work, and your card gets declined. You're going to want to ask her where the hell that money went?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You're like, I couldn't even get a snack.
It's different if you're already, struggling to make ends meet and you don't spend. But if you're like, I know that I should have X amount of dollars in the bank after bills. The wife didn't tell me that. Look, we had some extra stuff.
Why did you buy?
Bills. Why? Yeah.
Why did you buy the Bean Flipper 9000 extra drive? Come on.
Or in Ralph's case, why did you use the coupons? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Going to hell. It's just that I think it should be beneficial to everybody. It doesn't matter what side you're on. You want to know where your money goes.
It just screams to me cult. Like it's like the people with what is the one that Tom Cruise is a part of? Like you're not allowed to like criticize him. Scientologists.
Scientology, yes.
It's like the Jehovah's Witness. It's a cult. It's really a cult. And I'm scared now too, because, and I mentioned this to you a couple nights ago. you see a lot of our black brothers and sisters starting to turn on the Democrats, and they're hyping up the Republicans. And I'm like, you should slow your roll. They're just as bad in some ways, if not worse than others. It's like, stop putting your faith in the politicians and start paying attention to actually what they do, not what they say, what they do. Hold them accountable. That's what we have to start doing in our country. It's whether you're a Democrat or Republican. And I just see a lot of these people. They're like, I'm never voting Democrat again. It's like, don't say that, because
Right. I've changed.
I've voted Democrat. I've voted Republican. It just depends on the situation. You know what I mean? I mean, it's so, but I just worry that, like, I don't want them to get disenfranchised. It's like, no, I really want you to just start to actually pay attention to these people. But back to Elon Musk, I don't understand. I'm with you. I don't understand how people can be pissed off that he's uncovering all of where our money went. And when you see the list of all of this stuff, like, millions of dollars for changing sex on a mice, it's like, what? Like, how does that help? Because, like, you and I, we didn't grow up with a lot of money. I wasn't in poverty, but I was like real close growing up. And so you see all this money being spent on this frivolous stuff. It's like somebody gets their tax money back and then they go out and they buy something way too extravagant. And you're like, dude, you can't even pay back the money you borrow from your mom. Really? It's kind of that thing. And it baffles me that all these people from North Carolina, was it North Carolina or South Carolina, got hit by the hurricane and
North
the
Carolina,
flood.
yeah.
The fires in California, but we're spending money in third world countries to teach them about LGBTQ. It's like they could figure that out on their own. Print a pamphlet, hand it out. You know what I mean? Fine. You want to do that? That's fine. That shouldn't be our government. We shouldn't be doing that with our government money. It's little things like that. And these people are roasting him and threatening his life. I'm just like, how freaking unstable are you people? Like, my God, man.
I don't get it.
Oh my gosh. And honestly, all of those people that I technically think that's a hate crime because he's an African American. I don't know if you know this. Dude, if I was from South Africa, I would use that all the time. Be like, I'm pretty sure that's racist. I'm African American. Anyway, I'm gonna start the audio part now. Let's see. And sorry about last week. I don't even want to talk about it. It's embarrassing. Okay. Here we go.
Now recording.
Welcome to episode 74 of Buffalo Butts. I don't know. It's Odd Times Podcast. I'm Mac, and I'm low energy.
Buffalo Butts. Hey, I'm Cass. How are y'all tonight?
That was that show. It was in the 70s, 80s. Shut up, Buffalo Butt. JJ, was it JJ Carter?
Yeah. JJ from
What's Happening, or was that
What's
it?
Happening? Yes.
Get out of my face, Buffalo Butt. Hey. Anyway, how you been, man? We've already done this on the YouTube. Yeah,
we're still good.
So last week, I had the week off. I didn't plan to do anything extravagant. I lost track of the days, so I went camping. I went out just because I don't have money. I'm flat broke. So I was like, we'll go out and we'll go camping. And I thought we weren't going to get back till Saturday at noon.
Yeah.
So yada, yada, yada. Go do that. Get home, get ready to go to work Saturday night. My son goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to work." He goes, You don't typically work on a Saturday, Dad. And I was like, "It's Sunday, stupid." And he goes, "You're stupid. Look at your phone." And I looked and it was Saturday. So yeah, I was so just not in paying attention to anything last week. So it's my apology. We didn't do the show. But we're here now. So get your lube out. And kiss your blow up
yeah.
doll and let's get started.
Yes.
So how's this week? This week has kicked my tail. I'm not even going to lie. Every day at work, I was just like, I think I'm just going to quit and be homeless. I don't want to do this anymore. You were having a day last night when I talked to you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We got,
You're too tall when you're sitting in a convertible car and you're looking out over the top of when the window does not even come over your over your head. Yeah, you shouldn't have bought that car.
Oh my gosh. So have you kept up? I haven't asked you this in a while. Have you listened to any more books?
No, I have not. I have not listened to any more books.
Oh man. Yeah, I haven't. I've got 3 books I'm still trying to read, but by the time I finally get a chance to read, I'm too tired and I go to sleep. Plus I've been playing, dude, I've been playing games. I actually finished a game.
Finished one, yeah.
Which is unheard of because I usually ADD kicks in and then I'm like, oh, a new piece of shiny. I'm going to play that now. So my library's full of like literally I'm on the last boss and then I'll come back to it. And I never do.
Or when that boss has pushed your stuff in enough times that you want to kill the game. It's just
Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade did the same. Yeah, I'm on the last boss on Stellar Blade, and he just keeps stomping my guts.
It's so bad. It's like I started. You finished Yakuza, right?
Yeah, Yakuza Infinite Wealth.
And you really loved that game. But you've been into this, which we all love Japanese games, but it was so good.
Dude, that game was amazing. So I didn't realize, and I knew the new one. It's Yakuza Pirate in Hawaii or something like that. You play as a longtime character. I can't remember any of their names right now. But it's so fun. It is so fun. It is everything that makes a video game, in my opinion. It's got just enough story to keep you wanting to play it. It's got great characters. It's got funny moments. It's got heartfelt moments. But the action. What is that game called? Let's go to Sega and see here. It's so much fun. There it is. Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. You play this guy, and you become a pirate on a freaking pirate ship. And you have pirate ship battles. It's everything that I think Ubisoft should have made with their pirate game. And then you get you go to this place called Madlantis where all the pirates gather and you basically have battle royale style fights. You fight with your ship, then you and your crew, you run around Hawaii and all these different islands and you have to convince them to join you. So they're people. And what's cool is the Infinite Wealth took place in Hawaii. So a lot of the things you did and people you interacted with in that game, in this game, I was like, oh, I don't want to do these quests again. Because you already did it. You don't want to do it again.
Right.
But this time when you do it, they're like, yeah, I'll join you. And you're like, oh, cool. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then they have bounties where how you make money. They have these bad guys. Hawaii police couldn't capture them, so they basically get you to go and jack them up and get their money, and then they pay you different amounts. This is probably one of my favorite games. I had to stop myself this week because I don't play. Not entering my birthday. I don't play games during the week because you sit down for 5 minutes and 2 hours go by.
Yes.
So I have rules. It's like how I drink. Like I don't drink until after a certain time on a certain day when I know I don't have to go anywhere. But that game, I actually loaded it up Wednesday before work. That's why I was late. Cause you're like, what? Where are you? I was like, yeah. You're like, you must have left late. I was like, yeah, I did. That's why. Because I was like, well, I think I can go take that pirate ship down. Let's go do that. And then before I know it, I'm like an hour late. I was like scrambling to get to work because I'm an adult. That's how adults act. God, I'm such a kid. Not a lot of microtransactions, which is awesome. These games are just, it's feature complete, meaning like I bought it pretty much day one. March 7th it came out, I think. Somewhere, but it was like within the last 2 weeks. I think it came out when I was on vacation. And like usually they have a huge day one patch because the game's not actually, and it's only $49 too. The game's only $49, which is a plus. So if you want it, favorite it on Steam, it'll go on sale, pick it up. And it's a standalone basically. And it's got, you're looking for the Lost Pirate Gold of Esperanza. And it's cheesy and ridiculous. Like there's a whole, I did a small stream playing Infinite Wealth on our YouTube one day. I need to get more into that, but yeah, you play, and I can't remember his dang name, man. I'm out of it today. Majima Kazuma Kiryu is the dragon. Majima is his name. He cracks me up, dude. He's got this laugh. And what's even better, and I didn't know this until my son pointed it out, but if you're going to play Infinite Wealth, play it in original Japanese. And the reason is you're in Hawaii, so it's Japanese actors doing American voices. I laughed till I almost wet myself. I don't even want to do it, but it's subtitled for me because I don't speak Japanese clearly. So the bad guy's like, I am going to knife you now. And you're just like, oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. But it's great. Anyway, so I did that. And then this week, one of my favorite series from when I was a young fella. Let's see if I can spell it. Nope. It's Shuikod. Yeah, I think that's how you do it. Suikoden 1 and 2, Konami. This came out. Old school Japanese RPG. I'm just getting into it now. I was playing that before we went live. It's just you got to collect 108 heroes. Now, the thing with this game that was kind of groundbreaking for me is that you play Suikoden 1, and we're talking original, I think original PlayStation is when this came out.
Yes, yeah, I believe so.
So you collect and you can miss them, and your consequences on some of the stuff actually matters. Guess who's here? Happy birthday, old man fart face. That was childish. I'm not apologizing. But what was really cool about this was when you beat one, and I don't know how you pronounce it, Suikoden. We'll just go with that. You beat Suikoden 1, then they came out with Suikoden 2, and your choices from the first game actually matter on the second game. And we're talking like, 95, 98, somewhere in that ballpark. That was unheard of back then. Like 2 games that actually, like if you played the first one, you got benefits in the second one, which was awesome.
I like games like that where you actually can like roll over your, you played it, so you get some extra little perks like a suit or gun
or an extra story or background.
Yeah.
So Mass Effect was one of the next games I remember playing that had that. Now, I don't remember it being like really amazing because we're talking memory cards back then. Yeah, it was PlayStation, and I'll tell you why I remember it. Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid?
Oh, yeah.
So the boss, Psycho Mantis. So if you had your memory card
in a box,
he would go, so I'm going to read your mind. And he goes, so you play Suikoden? And I was like, okay, I'm turning it off. That's creepy.
Yes.
That's creepy. That's creepy. But that's what I've been playing. And you've been playing something too.
Yes. Why am I drawing a blank? Have I drunk too much tonight?
Hunter.
Well, yeah, yes. What is it called?
Monster Hunter?
Monster Hunter Wilds. I actually, I can't keep up with my son though. That's the problem because he gets so much game time in during the week. Yeah. Because he works at night, so he'll wake up in the morning. I mean, the first day, I have downloaded the game. It came out last Friday. I've downloaded the game. By the time I had it downloaded, he already had 6 hours in.
Oh, God. So is this the brand new one? Because I know there's like 4 or 5 of these, aren't there?
All I know is the first one he said he played, and then this one came out. So all I know is of two.
So this
Two
one
of
came
them.
out February 28th.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I've got like 3 hours in, and he's like a level 40 already.
So is it co-op? Is it single
Yes,
player?
you can co-op, and do hunting. You could go into lobbies with other people and do like quests and stuff like that with them.
So I'm guessing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you actually hunt monsters?
Yes. So I haven't gone to any co-ops because I'm still trying, because he's got the game up on me because I didn't play the first one. And it's just, I mean, the wife came in the other day when I was playing, and she's like, "Are you watching a movie?" I was like, "No, I'm playing a video game." I mean, it's that pretty of a game, even on my Xbox.
Wow.
I mean, that's the game you're watching right there. It's beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
So there's apparently, I think she's a blacksmith, and she's got very big
Yes, she does.
assets.
Yes, I was very surprised. I was
It's
surprised.
Japanese, man.
I know.
That's why
that's why I said, that's when they said Capcom. I was like, and I saw breastises. I was like, I love the Japanese. I love them.
Trust me, half of my pirate crew's in bikinis.
Yes, I mean, and you get jiggle effect and everything. I was like, the Japanese don't. They know.
Yeah. So you're enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. I have not seen any monsters like that yet, thank God, because I would probably get my stuff pushed in. Because my character's a big brawly guy, and he's got like dark circles on his eyes, like he's been drinking for days, and
that's honestly, that's why I have given up on any Western media. I basically only watch Eastern and play Eastern games, because Western stuff is so politically driven now. It just disgusts me, and I just don't even want to be involved with it. You can you get this game, and it's just a game, man. It's fun.
And I went with the black cat. Hopefully that way, bad luck for whoever crosses its path. And its name is Tidy Cat.
I played one of these. And of course I don't do a lot of fighting style games like this. And I played the one, I don't remember which one it was, and I did it years ago on live stream. I had people dying because I was like, what the hell is this thing that keeps following me around? They're like, it's your companion. And I would just try to kill it every time I was around. And I named it, I forget what I named it, something very inappropriate.
I don't doubt it.
Then I get to the place where the cats cook you dinner, and I'm like, I'm not eating that. You scoop poop with your feet. No, we're good.
I mean, but just look at that gameplay, because like you send up a flare, so like you have people back at the base camp, and they will come help you if you're not in a lobby.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can send up a signal flare, and now you got to stay alive until they get there. Because at the very beginning, the first monster you fight, it tells you to do it, so you know what's going on. So you send up a signal flare so you can get some of the people to come help you.
I might have to check. I might have to check it out.
Your cat fights with you. Like she's like a lieutenant. The long hair, the short hair blonde. She's like some sort of lieutenant. And
I do whatever she told me to do. Hey, I do whatever. Yeah.
I
would commit atrocities.
Yeah, I don't think the blacksmith does any fighting, but yeah, you have people that fight you, and I'm still learning how to fight off the beast you're riding is like it's like a horse type bird type.
Okay.
So it jumps off of things, the wings will flap out so you don't land hard, and you can fight off of it. And,
okay. Oh, yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty cool. And you get those. You have to. One of the people you save, the village gives you a couple of those so you can run around on them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I created my character, and you basically don't you just pick a weapon, and you can switch weapons?
Yes, you can switch weapons, and you can upgrade them, and you can, like, it gives you a second weapon, like, so you can have something that shoots at people like that right there that you can carry on your on your bird or whatever that is.
Oh, okay.
So you have an extra weapon. Yeah.
Oh, so apparently I'm so good at it that my son was watching me play it. And this was years ago. This was like before the Frozen one, the one before that, I think. There may have been more, but he goes,
that's my weapon, the axe.
He goes, "You suck." I was like, "I know this game is trash." He goes, "You picked the worst weapon in the entire game." I said, "Of course I did. Of course I did."
My son was telling me that I should be playing with a hammer. I was like, why would I play with a hammer? I've got this sword that I can put my shield on the end of it, and then it turns into an axe, and I make the shield spin on the end. I was like, that shit is badass. He said, the hammer's better. I said, my shit is pretty. I don't care. It's like, my shit is pretty. I don't care. He said, Dad, the hammer's better. I said, but my axe is pretty and my sword is flamed up. And yeah, get off my sword. Dad, you need to be playing with the hammer. Man, shut up.
So you said you got like 3 hours in on it?
I've got like 3 hours in. I had, like I said, I played a little bit this weekend, and then you know me and my shooters, and then I have people wanting to play shooters, and okay, I'll play, and then I get off and play, then I go back and play, and then I want to shoot some people. And
so it was cheaper. This Like a Pirate was cheaper. Oh God. Okay, 20. Let's just pick a date. Let's see, 1911. That sounds good. I was born January 1st, 1911. On PlayStation, this game was $49. Yakuza Pirate. But yeah, you'll have to keep me updated on that, because I might add that to my Steam list and put it
when it goes on sale.
Yeah,
1911.
Yeah.
I play video games, Sonny. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, damn it, I can get Social Security. I do that.
That game is pretty though. Golly.
It's just fun. It's a brawler, man, and you just get out there and you just start, and it's never a fair fight. It's always you versus about 5 or 6 dudes. So it's very fast paced, but it's easy to pick up. I don't typically like the kind of brawler games, because the previous game to this one was turn based, so I could take my time and you issue commands, you fight, defend, whatever, heal. This one is like you got to get after it.
Ooh, he jumped up in the air and threw knives at everybody. I like that.
Yeah, and he can, your rage gauge will fill up when he's glowing purple, and you can do a special ability where you summon, just showing it now, you summon clones, and they'll go and jack people up. It's pretty cool. And
well, that is pretty.
It's just fun. It's just a fun.
Is it a PlayStation game, or is it on Xbox too?
It's on everything. Yeah, it's on everything. The Yakuza games are. It might even be on sale. You can actually play a demo on here on Steam.
Oh, that clone thing is pretty badass. And he is a pirate. He's got one eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Majima's had one eye. He had one eye when I met him in Infinite Wealth. But I mean, dude, they hacked out this game using the same resources as Infinite Wealth. It's really good. Pick it up, play it. It gets 2 thumbs up for me, because it's just a video game. And does it have problems? Yeah, it's got a little problem. But I'll tell you one thing: it doesn't. It's never crashed on me. It's never corrupted a save. I played Infinite Wealth. It took me 100 and.
He's playing. Why is he playing instruments?
Oh, those are cursed instruments that pirates have left, and they basically are like summon. You summon a jellyfish, and it electrifies everybody on the field. They're cursed, like a cursed violin, a cursed like guitar. There's
so
like a curse.
So is the pirate something that he summons becomes?
No, yeah, well, it's a fighting style. So when he's got regular clothes on, that's the Mad Dog fighting style, and then there's the pirate fighting style. So you just push down on the D-pad to switch, and then he'll pull out 2 swords, or he'll have a sword and a pistol, and then you equip rings and do all the. It's simple. It's hard to describe. But if you were to play it, because it introduces these to you gradually, so it's not just all at once. But dude, it's just fun. And then boarding other people's ships, and the people you're fighting are like Yakuza guys with diapers. Oh, they want to be babies. So like there's just all kinds of craziness in these games. But for the price, so I was going to say Infinite Wealth took me 140 hours. Stingray double-sided Scooby Snacks. Say that 4 times fast. What's up, Rocco? Rocco is in the chat. It's going to be a good. Yeah, happy birthday.
Why does he never save me any cake? That's
Yeah,
what I
I
want to know.
don't
It's
know.
but I want birthday cake. I
Oh
want
my
the
gosh.
corner piece with the icing. It's a fat guy thing. I want all the icing. My kids get. It is what it is. I'm sorry if I'm gonna cheat. Just give me the corner piece with some milk. That's all I want, Rocco.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Double-sided Scooby snacks. Damn that.
So, there's my girl right there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. And, you're having that. And is it ironic that they're both from Japan or not? It's like, yeah, because there's no politics and it's just video games.
It's just video games.
And I got a laser cannon. I got a coconut machine gun that fires coconuts.
Her jiggle bits are huge.
Yeah. That's my crew. She's on deck with me at all times because then, yep.
I need your support. I need the moral support. Your support is so overwhelming.
So anyway, that's it. I just been playing that, and Suikoden is like that one so far is a faithful reproduction, and I don't know because I played it when I was young, so I don't know
if it's gonna be worth playing.
Talk about buttered sausage. Have you seen that meme with what is his name? He's freaking insane. Gary Busey. No. The guy's like, he's asking him some serious questions. He's like, so what do you think that the economic policy of America should be? We need to talk about buttered sausage. You ever have buttered sausage? Dude,
Gary Busey just cracks me up in interviews. It's like he's not even there sometimes. It's like,
no, he's not. He's not there anytime. Anytime.
I think maybe that role when he played with Keanu Reeves in the surfer movie. Oh,
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the damn name of it because you said it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just seemed like he was high in that movie as a cop. And I was like, that's just Gary Busey.
Let's see if I can find it. Let's see.
Talk about buttered sausage.
Hold on. Here we go.
Talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing?
We're just out there, Rocco. Sometimes we just get like that. And it's they even remade it, and the remake was good too.
Point Break.
Point Break. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not awake. I'm still.
One of my favorite movies that he did was I loved him in Under Siege.
I've still never seen that. Yeah, I've never seen that.
You've never seen it with Steven Seagal?
No.
He dresses up in a wig because they have no, literally they have an actual Playboy Playmate, and I
is that the one where she comes out of the cake and everybody's dead?
Cake, yes, and they're all dead. Well, Gary Busey dresses up as her to kill the captain of the ship, and he's got a wig on and everything. And every time I see Gary Busey, that's what I think of.
God dang it! Now
he's got big old fake breasts and everything. It's just a big old guy, and
he's got them teeth too, man. He's got them Bugs Bunny rabbit teeth, man.
Yes, they're huge. Yes. Now, as a matter of fact, our buddy Ralph is the one that told me she was an actual Playboy Playmate.
Pervert.
And had the actual Playboy in his room and had to go get it to prove to me that he knew what he was talking about. I will never forget that.
Did he give you any coupons when he came back out?
Thank God, no. Thank God, no.
I don't think Ralph was here for that.
You can use these at the strip bar, buddy.
Instead of one, she's like, one free loan time. Oh, God. That's horrible. I'm going to have to try that.
Buttered sausage. Oh, my gosh.
I'm looking at Gary Busey's list now because I do not know anything that he's been in because I know of him back in the 80s. I remember seeing him in stuff.
Weapon. I don't remember him being in Lethal Weapon, but
the dude's still working, man.
I think he was the bad guy.
He's doing voiceover work for video games.
3?
Dude, he goes holy crap. He goes back to the 60s. He's got to be 150. He's probably on Social Security.
He's got 3 upcoming projects.
Hawaii 5-0 in 97. So I'm looking, let's see. Let's go back. Black Sheep. Wasn't that was the one with
Chris Farley.
David Spade and Chris Farley, yeah. The Warriors. I've never seen that. I've had people trying to
No.
get me to watch that forever. I'm not doing it. The Firm, Under Siege,
The Firm was a good movie.
Point Break, Predator 2. Oh, that's where I remember him from, was
Yes, he
Predator.
was the
Yeah.
He was or was he the guy hunting Predator?
I don't remember because I think that was with Danny
Glover.
Danny Glover. Yeah. Boy,
Yeah.
my mind is Hitchhiker. I remember him from that.
God, Predator 2 was before Point Break?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have thought it. Bulletproof.
He was in Kung Fu. I bet that was tailor made for that.
Eye of the Tiger.
Okay, we're going too far back. I don't
Yeah.
think. How is he? I know
Silver
didn't he
Bullet?
have?
Silver Bullet? That's the one you had me watch.
Oh
right?
yes, that's where I know him from. Silver Bullet.
Silver
That's
Bullet.
amazing. That's a great bad movie.
He was the drunk uncle.
It gave him the electric wheelchair called Silver Bullet.
Yes. Yep. That's actually a great movie, folks.
It is
we
really
talked about
good.
it around Halloween. Y'all got to check that out.
Did you know? I
Ruski
think
versus Gorod Angelov.
I think he had his own. I think he had his own TV show where he took people out in the woods camping, and it was the worst thing you've ever seen, man. It was the worst.
That's another thing. You just passed it. We haven't heard anything about Grand Theft Auto. They keep pushing it back.
Have they? Yeah, I don't know.
They haven't, because they were trying not to make it Grand Theft Auto-ish and trying to make it a little more on the
friendly side,
the more friendly side. And my son and I were just talking about it, and he was like, "Dad, we used to play the shit out of Grand Theft Auto." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I can't believe you let us play it." I said, "It's a fake. It's a video game. I didn't care if you were out killing people and."
Did you slap
killing
him in his
hookers.
mouth and go, "Did I raise a man or a baby?"
Yeah, he was on the phone, so no,
Oh.
I could. Yeah, but he was like, "We played the hell out of Grand Theft Auto." And I was like, "You did?" I think it was Grand Theft Auto 4. That was the one that everybody really, really liked. That was like
San Andreas? Was that San Andreas?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, that was probably one of the first 3D, wasn't it? Because before that, they were top down. You had to. Yeah. Well, you're wrong, Rocco. You need to grow up and actually watch it.
He hated
again.
Silver Bullet. As a child,
I could see that.
It. Yeah, you should rewatch it now. And
it scared the shit out of me when I was younger. It's a werewolf, and it was a preacher. No.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I started watching.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Watching. You have Mickey 17 in the corner.
Oh, I've heard that movie's great.
Now, my wife was like, "We should go see a movie," and there's really nothing out but that. And I don't know if I should take her to see it because I don't know if she'll like it.
I don't know. It's sci-fi. Let's see.
Yes,
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi.
How the hell do you spell? Continued. How the hell do you spell Mickey? There we go. Mickey, Mickey Mouse.
But that right there, you have Solo Leveling on there. I've been watching that. Literally one of the best animes I've ever seen.
So this director directed the movie Parasite, and I think that won like tons of Academy Awards and stuff. So this guy,
I don't know anything about Parasite,
and I don't either. It didn't seem like something I wanted to watch, but this I want to watch.
I like Steven Yeun though.
I don't know who he is. Oh yeah, he's the little. I hated his guts in The Walking Dead. I couldn't wait till he got killed.
So, yeah, I think he's a good actor though.
He's a great actor. He was in something else I saw. Robert Pattinson is slowly becoming.
Yes, he's becoming a good actor.
Yeah, he's becoming one of my favorites.
Once you got past Twilight, yes.
Yeah.
Well, because that's what you recognize him as, a twinkly vampire.
Yeah. That gets his packages shoved in. So this is a dark comedy for those that don't know. I didn't know it was going to be a comedy. It made me laugh, but I'm warped. So, but I'm really excited to see this one. I might actually put pants on and go tomorrow to the theater. Doubt it, but it's a possibility. I'm putting it out there.
Is Robert Pattinson Mickey?
Yes, all of them.
It does not. Yes, it does not look like him though. Right there.
Yeah. Let's see.
It is. Yeah, there I can tell it's him.
So I watched this movie on Netflix, Uprising, and the Joshin dynasty, two friends who grew up together. They're not friend, master, and one was a slave, reunite post-war as enemies on opposing sides. And it's
Is that
during
one of the Korean movies?
Yes, on Netflix. I watched this, and I did. Typically, when you're watching stuff at home, you'll pick up your phone, you'll do some. I didn't, and this movie it's fairly long, if I remember. It's 2 hours and 6 minutes. I didn't. I was glued to my screen, and the fight scenes are.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch this.
They're really good. They're really good. And one of the guys, I don't know.
Dude's back.
So it's during one of the Japanese invasions. So, and they have rifles. But they have where they would keep the rope burning. So it's probably 1700s is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And this is obviously ripe with the Korean people because I see so many of their period pieces set in this period. But he fights this Japanese dude, and it is freaking cool, man. It really
beautiful.
Good. It's a really good movie.
I have to put that on the watch list right now before I forget, ladies and gentlemen.
Uprising.
Logging in. Yes, logging in now. I was looking at it.
I got a couple that I started to watch. One was City Hunter. I don't know about that one. I think it's off of an anime. The guy is he's a ladies' man, if you will, and he's also a male stripper, and he hunts bounties. I guess it's out there. It's also on Netflix. I don't know if I'd recommend that. I was watching Korean one. It's called Black Knight. Let's see if I can find that real quick.
Yeah, while you're talking about that,
Black.
There's a new movie coming out on Netflix. It started today. It has Kate Hudson in it, and I'm sorry, it's probably a chick flick, but Kate Hudson is just.
Oh, I watched a chick flick. I watched one.
Kate Hudson. I'm sorry, but Kate Hudson is just.
Is that Goldie Hawn's daughter?
Yes.
Yeah.
So delectable. Sorry.
I just want to call her dirty names. Anyway, no, I watched
whatever you want. I'm Uprising. I'm putting that in. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
So I watched a romantic comedy called Leap Year with
Oh, you just not seeing that?
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved that stupid. It is a romantic. I don't like rom-coms. I love that movie. He kept calling her Bob, which is short for money. He's like, whatever, Bob. He goes, let me grab Louis, her suitcase, because she's like, it's a Louis Vuitton. That's a great movie, man.
My wife watches that movie, but Amy Adams is so scrumptious too.
You ever notice that every romantic comedy and movies that women find romantic are all about the women cheating on their husbands? Like, think about it.
I didn't.
Yeah, like she's got Adam Scott. He's a surgeon, and they've got the perfect life, but she's going to marry some like basically going broke bartender in Ireland, and that's like all women are like, oh, it's so romantic. It's like, just admit you want to be a whore. It's fine. We all know it. But
is it Matthew Good? That's the guy from the vampire movie.
It is
the vampire TV show.
Yep, it is. That's what made me. That's what when we started watching. I was like, I know him from somewhere. Yeah, he's from that, whatever it is.
Discovery of Witches. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
That looks good, too. Black Knight?
Yeah.
That's on Netflix, too?
Mm-hmm. I was watching that last night. I fell asleep because I'm old. That one's actually pretty cool. I've been watching a lot of Korean stuff, man. They know how to make freaking movies. And it's just enough Western stuff in it so that it doesn't seem completely foreign. Because and I don't know how to explain that, but
no,
like
my wife won't watch it if it's got subtitles. So.
No, you can watch it in English. That's what I do. I watch it.
If the word, no, she can't. If the words don't match up, she can't. She doesn't. That's what I'll have to watch by myself.
Oh, that's a shame. No interruptions. No, watching watching the beginning of the movie and going, why are they doing that? Why, I don't know. So what's that in his hand? Well, I don't know.
She will but she might not get off her phone.
I hate that more than anything when you just start a movie, brand new, credits roll, and then the first question starts popping out. Why has he got that clothes on? I don't know. I'm watching the same movie as you. How in the hell do I know? Why is he talking to that girl? Isn't he married? Oh my God. I just want to throw
the first time she ever did that to me was Fight Club.
Oh my God. It's like, no.
I could no, as in she literally fell asleep and then woke up, was like, why is this going on? So I had to watch it again by myself, because Fight Club was one of those movies that the first time you watch it, if you're not watching it, you're missing out on some of the little
absolutely
hidden things that you need to know to understand that was not two people, it was one.
Absolutely.
And that was his alter ego. And I didn't catch that because I wasn't paying attention the first time. So, yeah.
I hate that. It's like we're on the journey together. Shut up and watch it. That's the point of the movie. I'm not going to narrate it. It's like, so what, me being me, because I'm petty and childish, and I'm like, he is now reaching into his pocket. Those are keys in his hand. He is unlocking the door to his house. Now he is walking in. Oh, now and she's like, would you stop it? I'm like, well, obviously you can't pay attention.
I'm afraid of getting hurt.
Yeah.
So I'd be very quiet.
That's because you're married to a soulless creature from the seventh ring of hell.
Don't talk about redheads like that. You talk about redheads like that. You have to remember, I got 3 of those.
You do. Your soul has been gone a long time. Did you cry when they came out redheaded? Were you just like, oh?
No, I knew I was getting redheads. And what's even worse is the fact that they have blue eyes too.
Oh,
and if
God!
you look that up, I think it's an anomaly to have red hair and blue eyes.
Really?
I have 3 of those. Yeah, look it up. I can't remember what percentage. I'll look that up right now as we're talking.
What is a typical ginger's eye color?
I'm not sure.
Huh?
Hold on.
Is it like is it like red hair and green eyes, and then the Chinese guy's going to come kidnap them? They're supposed to be
great. They're supposed to be redoing it in The Rock. We're not going to watch it.
I'm not.
No. 17% of people in the world have red hair and blue eyes.
Wow. So that's why Hollywood's trying to. They should file charges. That's racist.
So guess what? I've been told. I have 3 unicorns. That's what I've been told multiple times. Blue eye. Yeah. 0.17%.
Wow. Well, folks, you learned something here. Enjoy that. Write that down because it'll never happen again. That City Hunter one, that is for mature audiences. I'm not sure how I felt about that movie. I just dropped my damn pen. Now I can't find it. It literally just was it. Oh, there it is. Never mind, folks.
You mean you learned to write? That's a good one.
No, I'm just drawing circles. It keeps me. Okay. It keeps the voices. It keeps them quiet. There was another one. You watched Venom.
Venom, yes.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about Venom. I like the premise of it. I like how they because remember, was it the end of 2 where you got the sneak credit where they were in Mexico? Yeah. And they were showing Spider-Man. So we all thought we were going to get a Venom with Spider-Man deal.
Heads up, how spoilers. There's probably going to be spoilers. It's on Netflix. Go watch it.
So, yeah, it's been out for a while. So if you're getting some spoilers out of this, I'm sorry, people. It's not like it just came to the movies.
Yeah.
I liked the premise of it. I liked how they actually gave you a little in-depth of how he was feeling with Venom. I liked that. I liked the other symbiotes.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done a little more. How long was the movie?
It was 2 hours. An hour and 50 minutes.
It needed to be a little longer because I think they needed to go a little bit more in depth. I didn't like the fact that the monster couldn't be killed even by 10 symbiotes.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little too much. I would think they would be able to take its head off or something.
My first problem was that Chitwell Ejiofor is in this movie because he's also in Doctor Strange.
Right. And he was supposed to have they they even teased us with him coming back,
Right.
you know,
Right.
in Doctor Strange, and he did not. So
That's
I,
being
I,
there.
I agree with that. But he's a great actor.
He
so
is, yeah.
I like him
His
a lot.
his best movie, real quick, is Serenity, when he plays the bad guy hunting Nathan
he was
Fillion.
a great bad guy.
That's the first time I ever saw him, and I just was like, I was scared of that guy. That's a guy that you're scared of.
His swordplay was good.
Yeah,
in that movie.
But my biggest problem with this movie is it never stops and lets the movie breathe. It's just action, 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 and a lot of it is kind of nonsense, like the whole dance sequence. I know it's funny and cute, but
I could have done it without the dance scene. I like how they brought her in it, though, that she was there, because she was there from the get-go in the first two movies.
My problem was, though, is that, like, these things can track the Venom when he comes out. Everyone knows that's, like, they even allude to that's how he tracks him. So, now we're gonna pop out just to have a dance scene. It's like, that's so freaking stupid. I wish they would have spent more time with the Venom army, with the symbiote army.
Yes.
Those are really cool. I was like, I would have liked to see more of that, because it should have been a little bit more. I don't know. There should have been more there. And I agree with you. It felt like there was like 3 different movies in here to me.
Yeah, and the fact that at the end he said it's goodbye for now.
Right, because I
was like, this is supposed to be it for Venom, but you're leaving it open. I don't like that, because like they're even teasing now with John Wick that there's going to be a John Wick 5.
Until Keanu Reeves can't do any more of it. Yeah.
And
he's old too.
What he's gonna be is he's gonna be a John Wick trainer in a wheelchair, like dodgeball. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. So he's gonna be teaching them how to kill people from a wheelchair. You got this wheelchair, you roll over them.
You ever killed somebody with a pencil? No.
When you kill somebody with a pencil like I did, you'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, those are great, but the last John Wick, I just didn't care for.
It was good, but it was too much. I think I like how they were going with the girl in the new movie and the ballerina. I think that's going to be okay.
Well, just because she's hot.
Well, yeah, but you really think she's hot.
I do.
So.
Yeah, I do. She's the perfect version of a woman, in my opinion. Like,
okay.
Yeah, for me, that's. Yeah. But Venom, and I didn't like how it ended. It's like, yeah, he went out as a hero. Is it over? No, because it's comic books, so nobody's ever truly dead. Like, yeah, I won't be surprised if they bring Captain America back.
I don't think. I don't know. I don't even.
And this scene,
the butts in the seats, because I mean, I'm not even. And if I'm not going to the movies, there ain't nothing good out. Yeah, because you. Now, my mom did say the new movie with Woody Harrelson, Breathe. She said it was really, really, really good. Okay, I haven't heard of that. Of course, I haven't been keeping. The one it's based on a true story. The Last Breath. I think so. Last Breath. Yeah, that's it. A true story that follows seasoned deep sea divers as they battle the raging elements to rescue their crewmate trapped hundreds of feet below the oceans. Well, I'm never watching that. That's like 3 of my greatest fears: drowning with the ocean. It's only an hour and a half long, so it's not long at all. Oh, that seems like a nightmare. So you've got the dark, I'm afraid of the dark, I'm afraid of the ocean, and I don't like boats. So yeah, I'm not watching it, and I don't want to drown. Yeah, nope. You see that? The oil rig in the back, the oil. Yeah. So TikTok the other day, they're trying to recruit people because they're supposedly going to start drilling more. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if $225,000 for 6 months is worth it. It depends on what I'm doing, but most of those rigs, here's the funny thing. They showed the inside of it. Amazing. Yeah. They had a game room. It looked like I bet it was 1,000 square feet, and it had like individual like gaming centers, like computers, top notch, like race car simulators for your off time. I was like, who the hell? you're on a thing that's moving for 12. You're working 12.
You're
or
on a
14
boat.
hour
It's a
shifts.
boat. It's a boat.
You're on a shift. It's like your food is paid for. You have chefs. Man, I don't care.
Well, here's my thing. Now follow with
Falling
me.
over,
So
falling off.
they put a new ship out there. Well, you don't want to get on that because it's brand new and things break on brand new stuff, right? So your next option is to get one that's been out there. Well, is it well maintained? It's probably good. That's how my mind works. It's like there's no happy answer. I would do it for $225. Yeah, I'd do it. And
6 months on, 6 months off.
Yeah, I'd do it. And as long as I didn't have to see the ocean. Yeah.
Well, what do you think you're looking at?
I know. That's the problem. Have you seen the videos where they throw like apples and stuff over the side and you see all the freaking sharks and fish come up?
No, I don't.
Yeah, we're gonna see if I can find that. Let me see here.
Are you serious? I've never seen anything like that.
Uh-huh. Let's see.
Well, while you're looking for that, I'll tell you something I've been watching too. The new Reacher came out.
Ooh, have you watched it?
I'm up. I'm almost through with the last episode that just came out on Thursday. It's very good. It's Reacher. They're not letting us down.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
But it's
I
still
found it.
going on, so I'm not going to give any spoilers about it.
Let's see.
So it's very good. It's worth a watch.
Here we go. So we're going to back it up just a second. Here we go. He's throwing an apple off of the offshore rig, and then you just see 100,000 evil sacks. This is why we need to go to war with the ocean. I haven't brought it up in a while.
It's not showing me nothing.
It'll show you something. Give it a second. It's a little delayed.
There it is.
Because I got to have it delayed so when I say something completely inappropriate, I can stop the stream for just a second. That's
an apple hits the water.
Just let it.
No, that's just fish. That's not sharks.
Wait till the end. There's something big in there too. Yeah, I don't care. I don't want to go swimming and have that happen to me. Yeah.
I don't see anything big yet.
Yeah, it's at the very end of the video.
Holy smokes.
Yes, sir.
Was that a dolphin or was that a shark?
Probably shark.
That's a shark.
Yeah.
That's a shark. Holy smokes.
Yeah,
That's
no.
a big shark.
I'm good. Nope.
Holy smokes. I can see the fish attacking the fruit.
My thing is I would hire on to go be like the trash guy just to go, to room, and they would be like, so you're the new underwater welder. Nope. Nope. We're good.
I don't. But do you think that, the underwater welder, do you think that would keep the sharks away?
No. There's a video where the guy's trying to do work and the shark is like checking him out, and he's like, it's got overplay of it, and he's like swimming around the pylon to try to get his job done as this shark is circling him. Get the F out of here.
Way.
Yeah.
You and your deep dives on YouTube. We were going to talk about some of the YouTube stuff we like.
Yeah, Rocco's got me started on camping stuff, so I'm still kind of pissed about that, but it's been worth it.
My sons are actually camping out in Tishomingo on Blue River right now, fishing and camping.
That sounds nice, and it's perfect weather. Of course, it's going to get really cold tonight, so it's going
to. He was like, Dad, I had to go buy a 30 below sleeping bag. I didn't have a sleeping bag. I'm not used to camping outside where I have to. It's usually hot when we go camping, and we're at the river, floating the river, and it's hot, and I'm drunk as a skunk, so I just pass out in the heat. He said, it's not going to happen this weekend.
Yeah.
He said, I got to buy a sleeping bag that I can sleep. I said, yeah, it's going to be cold Friday night. It's supposed to be high at like 40.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah. That's why I wanted to buy a hot tent. I didn't know those things existed until I started watching the shit Rocco sent me. And then I started to get other recommended videos. And I'm like, hey, that tent's got a stovepipe coming out of it. It's got a heater in it. And it's got a little wood stove that sits on legs and the pipe goes out. Because like you said, we don't ever get that cold. But I was like, now I want a hot tent. So I was looking at them and everyone's like, you don't need that. I was like, you don't tell me what I need. You just mind your business. Mind your business. Yeah, no, I can't find that video. I saw it years ago with the shark circling the welder. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't do the Manson murder.
Oh, did you? Somebody, I saw something somewhere. Might probably was on X. They were saying that Charles Manson was an operative, basically an operative for one of the 3-letter agencies, because like there's no way he should have been released from prison after
As
some.
many times
Yeah.
as many times as he was released.
Yep. Yep. So they're like, they think that he was basically low key recruited to help them out.
I with some of the stuff that he was talking about doing about starting the race riots and stuff like that,
Right.
maybe I could see it, but there's no possible way that you could look in his eyes and tell me that dude wasn't crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't all there for sure. For sure.
Dude, if I can't remember where I saw somebody online. I can remember saying he's got Manson eyes. And my wife's like, "You're right," because I actually saved it, pulled a picture of Manson up, and just like blew up just the eyes, and their eyes were the same. I said, "This son of a bitch is crazy too. He's gonna go on some sort of spree. I don't know what, but it's gonna be a spree."
Those are the kind of eyes that he eats faces. Oh my God. I just found a headless part of a shark that was bitten in half, and it was probably a 14-foot shark, and only half of it is left. I'm like, I don't know who did that.
It's a great white, probably not a great white, but the Shamu,
killer whale.
Killer whales.
Yeah.
Have
okay.
you seen how they just toy with them?
Yeah. It's glorious. I would.
But the sad thing is that you're getting in the same water. The good thing is I don't go to cold water where great whites are, so hopefully I'm not going to see Shamu either.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they can do that to a great white, it's funny that I would just be like, am I the sardine?
Yeah. No thanks. No thanks.
Where I bet that great white was like 14 feet long, and all of a sudden you see a killer whale hit it.
Then it launches it into the air. Yeah.
Yes, and then he just toys with it because you can see it's like broke its back, and he's just swimming around it in circles. Like, I was like,
"You talking shit? Now where you at, bud?"
hey, we also since the last time we were on, one of the great actors passed away, Gene Hackman.
Did you hear about that? That was weird, dude.
Stuff is still coming out about that.
So it was him and his wife and their dog were found. So I was thinking carbon monoxide is what my initial thought was.
Now today they're saying she died of some sort of coronary, something happened with her heart. So she had some sort of coronary attack.
Okay.
Like days before he died. So she supposedly died like 2 or 3 days before.
Oh, okay.
What I saw today.
Okay.
But still, one of the great actors of our time. And he just left. When he retired, he just left, and he had a ranch in New Mexico, and people would see him in town buying groceries or maybe eating at the diner, but he was just Gene Hackman.
Holy crap, he was 95.
95 years old. What do you remember any of his movies?
Oh God, yeah, dude. He was
all of them.
Yeah, Open Range, I think. No.
No.
What was the movie? The Replacements.
The Replacements is one of my favorite movies.
He was in Twilight. Oh God.
I didn't know he was in Twilight.
There is The Unforgiven. I think he was the bad guy in
movie.
that.
Yes, he was.
Oh, he was so bad in that. Yeah.
He was a great actor.
Runaway
Jury was a great movie.
Uncommon Valor was a good movie. He was great in that. Dude,
The Mexican was a great movie too.
Okay, and I'm going to say something kind of controversial. I didn't like him in Superman. I didn't think he was a good Lex Luthor. He acted his ass off. He was great in it, but I didn't like him. I didn't like him in that movie.
I don't think you were supposed to.
I loved him in Young Frankenstein.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite movies. That's a movie I watched.
Was a great movie.
Yeah.
Under Fire was a good movie.
French Connection. He was good in that.
I forgot about that.
God, I'm already back. When did he kind of quit acting? Because he was active up until 2004 and he just.
And it was like a comedy or something like that. I heard it wasn't very good.
Welcome to Mooseport. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Ray Romano's first and only movie he did.
Yeah.
The comedian.
There is I thought he was in a different Western because I remember seeing him.
Unforgiven is the only one that I know of.
And that may be the one that I saw.
You had just watched it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah.
Behind Enemy Lines was a great movie.
I've not seen that one.
You have not seen that?
No.
That is a great. I believe. Who is in that movie?
That's a fairly newer movie, right? 90s?
No.
Mississippi Burning. Mississippi Burning.
Oh yeah, Gene Hackman and Owen Wilson. Yes, that's a good movie.
Okay, that's why Crimson Tide. That was the movie I remember seeing him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's done some really, really good movies.
Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State was a good movie. I don't know what Reds was.
Okay, yeah, Behind Enemy Lines. I didn't watch it because it had Owen Wilson. I do not like Owen Wilson.
But it's not Owen Wilson typical movie. If I think Owen Wilson's a good actor if you get him out of the comedic stuff.
Yeah, I just don't find him all that funny. He's got some good bits. Like I did enjoy Shanghai Noon. I thought that was okay, but that's meant to be silly.
Yes. Behind it, it's not a funny movie. There's no funny about it.
I'll have to check it out then. Okay. Because
I believe
it's on Amazon Prime, so
I believe he flies a Cessna. Gene Hackman does and helps him get out.
Okay.
I believe that's what it is.
Okay. Oh, and it's got your girl in it, the Mexican lady.
Who?
What is her name? I don't know. I just saw her.
He's the helicopter pilot. Okay, I got it.
Well, I don't see her. I just saw her up here.
What?
I don't remember. Yeah, it's unimportant. Non importante, senor.
No, I gotta look.
I didn't see her on here. Selma Hayek. It looked like Selma Hayek.
Oh, I don't know. I cannot say.
Yeah.
If it's got Selma in it.
It doesn't. I don't think it does. I'm
bad. I don't think it does.
Anyway. What else you got before we get on? Because I wanted to talk about some of my favorite YouTube channels and the stuff that I like. But before we get into that, you had something.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
Beans or no beans in your chili?
Beans. Easy.
What if it's on a hot dog?
Same. Beans. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Really? You know, I've had to cut out beans because I think the wife has a little allergic reaction to the kidney beans that are in chili.
I don't know.
But anyway, the beans that you usually put in chili. So I made a chili without beans, and I was like, I wonder, because some people say that you shouldn't put beans in chili.
Well, those people are wrong.
Well,
everybody's got their own taste.
I always have a reference to Big Bang Theory. And I can remember an episode where he's dating Raj's sister and she makes chili. And he's like, well, where'd you learn how to make chili? And she's like, well, from a girl in Texas. And he's like, well, it's not really chili. It has beans in it. Well, I actually like beans in my chili. But if I'm making chili dogs, I prefer chili without beans.
Yeah, chili's kind of perfect either way. If we're being honest.
I don't.
There's no right or wrong way.
I didn't mind it without beans. So I thought it was pretty good without beans.
My daughter makes a bangin'. It's amazing. It's a vegetarian chili. Or I think vegetarian chili. Yeah, and she uses avocado. And dude, every time she makes it, it's gone. There's no leftovers. We devour it. So good.
My favorite chili is a white bean chicken chili.
Now we've entered into the old fat man portion of the podcast. Okay. What is a white bean? I've never had.
It's just a white bean. It's basically a kidney bean that's not got the chili sauce on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you a recipe and you make it. My wife does not like it because it has green chilies in it.
Oh, I love green chilies.
Oh, I'll send you the recipe.
Okay.
Second question. old school Kraft macaroni and cheese or Velveeta shells and cheese.
Both. Yeah, I
It
do.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Again, it's kind of, there are some really gross mac and cheese. I've had some bad, but both of those.
Those are the only two I buy is regular old school Kraft or Velveeta. I'm good with either one.
I actually have a recipe that I make on the grill in a cast iron skillet. It's like
that's not the same. These are bots.
Yeah, but it's like I think 6 different cheeses I grate up, and it takes forever.
Yeah,
but dude,
yeah. You know, a friend of mine was telling me, and he's a foodie. He likes to cook and he likes good food. And he was telling me he'll take a box mac and cheese, make it just like it's supposed to. Then he'll transfer it to a baking dish, put a little extra shredded cheese on the top of it, and then crumble some like goldfish across the top of it, and then put it in the oven and bake it for a few minutes and the top. And you're basically taking box cheese and making it gourmet. He said you can't believe the taste. And I was like, really? So that's what made me. I just wanted to give the people a couple little tidbits of things that we like because we were going to talk about the YouTube, but I also want to talk about Hammonds because we're both from Colorado. You lived there longer than I did, but while I was there for the wedding, I picked up a couple of Hammonds candy bars.
Yeah, I've never heard of this place. 1920. 1920. It was started in 1920.
So what I picked up, and I've had these damn wrappers, and my wife was going to throw them away, and I was like, no, I got to talk about them on the podcast. So I've had them for weeks. I was like, if you throw them away, I won't remember.
Ooh,
so I picked up
chocolate chip marshmallows.
I picked up the white chocolate key lime pie, and everybody should know I'm a key lime pie junkie. Tastes just like key lime pie. I also had a key lime pie cookie while I was in Colorado, out of this world. Bought it at a liquor store.
Did it have extra stuff in it?
No, but it went well with the Crown that I was drinking. And then I picked up another one called Pigs and Taters, milk chocolate with imitation bacon and potato chips. And I'm going to tell you, have you ever had chocolate covered bacon?
No. Okay. No, I haven't.
Have you ever had chocolate covered potato chips?
No, I have not.
Then you are not living. You need to get your fat guy status up to par.
Yeah, that sounds horrific.
I tried chocolate covered bacon at the fair because the fair has different stuff. It's not something I would just go out and buy all the time, but it's the sweet and the salty. The sweet and the salty.
They have a raspberry habanero. No.
Yes. Yes. I saw all that stuff. The bourbon pecan pie.
Yeah.
Pretty out of this world.
I don't like mint either, by the way. So if it's got mint, I don't want to eat it. I don't.
Oh, that's something we got to talk about. We'll talk about it on. There is a study out, and we will delve into this next week. I'm going to write it down right now. We're not going to talk about it right now.
It's going to.
No, where's my pen? Oh, it's gonna change the thought.
Ooh, lemon
of
meringue.
The world.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If the key lime pie is good, I almost bought the lemon meringue, red velvet, candy cane. I saw PB&J.
Oh, I'd eat
they had all that stuff.
I would eat the shit out of the mini waffle cones. White chocolate mini waffle. I might have to put that in my bag.
So if you like waffle cones with chocolate on it, it's the same principle of the chips, except for the chips are salty. So you get the sweet and the salty.
Yeah, I don't know how I would like that. I'm not a big. It doesn't sound like that would be.
It's amazing.
Okay. It's amazing. All right. Might have to try it out.
So next week, I'm writing down for what we're going to talk about next. Just so y'all know, it's a little teaser about Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, I know where that's going. Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen that? Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
Mm-hmm.
Teaser for girls next week.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
I didn't
see. They didn't have the stores. The stores that we were at did not have the extreme of the bags and stuff. It was most of the stores that we saw were just the candy bars.
Okay. I've probably seen those. I'm not a big candy guy.
You're not. I mean, but I was in Colorado and And I was like, the lady was like, these are, these are a Colorado thing. They're made, like you said, they're from Denver. So,
Right. Right. Um,
so I was like, I'm going to get them. And they were good. They were good.
sounds awesome. Honestly,
Yeah,
I saw those cones and I was like, "Oh, I'm spending about $80," and I'm gonna be like, "Well, light bill got cut off, but the good news is,
I have candy.
I have
candy.
I have candy. Suck
Oh,
it
that's
slow,
bad.
suck it slow. So don't waste it."
Uh,
Well, I know I didn't mean that. I meant the candy. Suck the candy slow. Side note, that's what I call my junk is candy. Anyway.
all right, guys. All right, guys. So, okay, let's go YouTube. Some of your favorite stuff that you like on YouTube.
Just these are, and I just was thinking about this the other night. There's certain, like I follow probably 200 different channels on YouTube. So when I open my feed up, it's polluted with all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
But some of it I see it, and maybe it's video game related, or it's political, or it's history. And you just have to be in that mood at that time to watch it.
Right.
There's a handful of them that every time they put up a video, I watch it. And some of them are huge. Some of them are real big. Some of them are just funny and weird. And there's one on here. I'll just say it right now. The lock picking lawyer. I don't know crap at all about picking locks. And his videos are typically 10 minutes, if that.
Never heard of it.
Oh my God. He just destroys locks. Like he can pick them like quick. It's great. I love him. There's another guy, a German guy that I absolutely love called Mr. Puzzle. I can't do puzzles. I don't have the patience. I'll just get a hammer and I'll crack that box open to get the goodies inside. He does some of the most complex puzzles, and I think he's an engineer in Germany. He speaks really good English. I freaking love that guy's channel. And he's doing everything from Japanese puzzles to homemade puzzles.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have never thought that was some of the stuff you looked at.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just things that typically not my wheelhouse, which is why I think I like it, because I know nothing about puzzles. Like I bought an entry-level Japanese puzzle from a bookstore. It's just like it's like 3 rings and you got to try to separate them. And I got frustrated and had to look up a guide. It's like level 1. It's like toddlers should be able to do this. And I'm just like, it's broke. It won't work. Cause I don't have the patience to do. I never could do models. I just don't have the patience for it. But I love those.
I get mad at when I do models because if I get glue on it, because I went too fast, then it just ruined it. It doesn't look right. Like if you get like a little smudge of glue on a piece that you shouldn't be able to see it, then I'm just mad and I just get done. Just done.
Yeah, this guy, this channel right here, I'm gonna pull it up. Todd's Workshop. I love everything this guy does. A little bit of history, a little bit of engineering. He made a stone bow in his last video 2 days ago. He's English, obviously, but he makes medieval stuff, and he's actually going. I know, it's a contradiction. I'm a walking contradiction, but he's not Donkey Tooth. This guy's brilliant. I absolutely adore Todd Cutler. He's got his own store, but he tests medieval weapons and like their effectiveness. And
I remember you telling me about him.
He made an actual trebuchet. And was testing out the trebuchet, which is basically a fancy word for catapult, but it's a different kind of catapult.
Right.
This guy's like, I love everything he does, and he has a genuine enjoyment of what he's going after.
Okay.
Like watching him craft, like I'll never be able to do anything this guy does, and you can see a bunch of the crap I follow on the other side. But Todd Cutler's, man, I watched that video twice because I missed stuff on it. Because he carves and crafts this stone bow, 130-pound stone bow, just from his workshop. Like, I love that stuff, man. Those are just a couple. What do you got?
Me, I'm kind of weird about it's all pretty much the same stuff. But one of my favorites is Car Wow.
What is it?
That Car Wow.
Car Wow. Okay.
That British guy and they not only does he critique cars, so like not just English cars, but he'll do Kias and all kinds of stuff. But the way he does it and talks about the car, I mean, he'll talk about a McLaren like it's a piece of junk. But it's
really,
just about the way the door closes. He will actually climb in the trunk of a car.
Oh my God.
Or the boot, which is what they call the trunk.
Yes.
So, me, I'm a supercar junkie. So he'll get in the front of a $400,000 car and sit in it in the boot. It's like, it's not very big. Or he'll pick up a stick and stick it in the exhaust. And he's like, it's not a real exhaust. Look. And you see him walking around he's just funny. His demeanor cracks me up when they're racing $400,000 cars, or they'll race them, or he'll just like. There's one right now where he's doing a Bugatti Chiron. That's $1 million car.
Oh my God!
But he also does Kia. He does all kinds of cars, and you can see him. He does an actual drive of the car, and he'll drive it around England, which is, England's not the best place to drive cars. Some of the towns, the roads are not well kept. And he'll tell you this car does not drive well on regular roads. It's a piece, and he doesn't call it a piece of crap. He basically calls it a piece of crap. He's giving you an honest version of cars from Kia. Like I said, he does all kinds of stuff, all kinds of cars, and he drives them all. BMWs to Porsches. It's just my thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But this guy, and he has his friends, and they'll line up $400,000 cars and do a quarter-mile drag races, and they talk crap the whole time. It's just beautiful.
That's
I watch some other stuff. I love to watch Tim Kennedy.
Oh, I didn't know Tim Kennedy had a YouTube.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
What kind of stuff is on there?
He talks a lot about, because he has a gun store down in Texas, and he does a lot of stuff about guns and since he's an MMA guy, stuff like that, education. But Tim Kennedy's into a lot of different stuff, like eating well, living off the land, buy some chickens.
So like survival stuff.
Well,
yeah.
Just eating healthy. He's a big guy about eating better for yourself. He does the MMA stuff. He's even got a video here taking his Overland Beast on his first camping trip. Just some stuff that he does, some family stuff, kids in jiu-jitsu, stuff like that. But my other favorite is Amelia Hartford. Just the stuff she does. On top of the fact she's cute, but she buys cars and transforms them. And
my car one is Drive Tribe. It's also British. That is, yeah, I know.
Officer Tatum. We both like Officer Tatum.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah. Drive Tribe though is my car one. That's the one I watch. It's got Richard Hammond on it. I think it's tied to him. I don't know if it is or not, but every once in a while they'll get Richard Hammond on there. They'll get James May from Top Gear. But I really like a lot of their videos, but I don't watch them. Like if I see them pop up on my timeline, may or may not watch them. It's not a must watch like Todd's Workshop is. That's just one of those ones that I enjoy it. But it's not the same as Top Gear. So if you're thinking I'm going to go over there and check it out, and it's not, it's completely different. It's got I believe he's Scottish. So you have to turn on subtitles. No, no, he speaks proper English. So, but so you like the car stuff. Now, what was the ladies channel that you said?
Amelia Hartford, but I, I I don't do as much YouTube as you do.
Yeah.
But when I do, it's usually Car Wow, but Sonic Fox.
Oh,
I love watching.
you said she's yeah. She is cute.
But she's the first girl. She took a C8 Corvette, and that's when I started. When the C8s came out,
you were telling me about her. Yeah.
She had the fastest quarter-mile time in a C8 Corvette. Yeah, she twin turboed a C8 Corvette, and she's even like Ferrari has told her, they wouldn't work on her car because it was painted a Toyota color and stuff like that. Just stuff like that. That people, it's like we've talked about. It's like if I want to buy a car and I pay that kind of money for it, I should be able to do whatever I want to it.
Yeah.
But Sonic Fox is the Mortal Kombat guy.
Oh, okay,
World champion.
Yeah. Why would you want? So what does he do? What is it? Just talking trash?
No, he just shows his gameplay, like him playing online. You get a lot of him playing online against other champions because they play all the time because that's what he gets paid to do. And just he talks about, he shows the gameplay of different characters and stuff like that I can never do.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess I'm old and.
Yeah. That's what I tell my friends. I got old man hands, so don't expect much.
I put up my joystick the other day because I was getting housed at the wedding by a girl on Mortal Kombat, and I was very upset. I got housed by a girl. Yeah, one of my son's age, and I was not happy. But in my defense, she plays a lot of that video game as I have the hours in Call of Duty and PUB, she has the hours in Mortal Kombat, and it showed. I just kept getting beat.
Oh yeah, that'll make me not want to play a game. Like I was, so I played Sniper Elite against my son, and I just smoked him, and he like twice. He's like, I think I'm done. It's like, yeah, if you're not winning, it kind of sucks. It does kind of suck. One of the ones that I found this last year, it's a couple of them. One of them's called Big Old Boats, and the other one's called Waterline Stories. I think the Waterline Story guy, I believe he's from South Africa or he's from Australia. He's not from America. Shipwrecks. And they go through, and I believe Waterline Stories actually brings up the SOS calls. So when those people, so it's like play by play of some of the world's like weirdest wrecks. Like he did one on a car carrier that sank. Everybody died. I get lost every time he posts a video. I immediately go to watch it. Same with Big Old Boats. That's where when I was talking about a lot of the Great Lakes disasters. Mm-hmm. That's what I was watching was that and Brick and Mortar. Brick and Mortar is also another one, but he takes a long time to put his because his are really well out. Big Old Boats, like I'll show you their site. He does everything. Rogue Waves, 5 ships that mysteriously vanished on the Great Lakes. Great channel, absolutely great. And videos aren't usually horribly long, except for the compilation ones. He did one that terrified me. Let's see if I can find it. It was on a like ocean liners. He does war stories. One of them that he did was on a lighthouse. That shit was terrifying. That one was horrible, horrific. Because there it is. The standard rock lighthouse tragedy. They got caught and guys died and they had to tie them up to the outside. So when the people came to rescue them, there's just dead bodies on the outside of this freaking thing. I love that stuff, man. And I get eat up with it and I'll watch, like I've binge watched probably all of his content. Big Old Boats. I think he's out of Canada or the United States. Let me look. I hope he's not Canadian. It doesn't say. Okay. That's good. I can pretend like everything's fine. So like there's those and like Waterline Stories is the same kind of basic, but I watch both of those guys a lot. One of my favorite guys that as soon as he posts it and I get the notification, I watch it, is obviously the fat electrician.
Yes.
He's got my sense of humor down to a T. He's just inappropriate in all the appropriate ways, which is going to be the saying for our show. Inappropriately appropriate. That's a shirt we need to make.
Yes. Yes.
Another fun, calming, peaceful one that I watch is this young man right here. I can't pronounce his name. He's Romanian and he hikes in the Swiss Alps.
Oh yeah, I watched one of those that you told me to watch. Yeah.
It's just like he could be going the same place. He loves what he does. He's got a really pleasant demeanor, they're peaceful to watch. He doesn't get stressed out. He's calm. He's well-spoken. Absolutely love that guy. Amazing. He should have 1 million subs. He's 23 years old. I love that kid. He's great. I'm noticing when I started making my list of videos, there's very few Americans on here, and there is an inordinate amount of British folks that I watch. So I gotta start toning back on my anti-British rhetoric. Just found one thanks to Rocco. Kent Survival. He's been doing it for like 10 years. He's very popular, but he tries out different tents. That's basically what he does. He goes out in the woods and tries tents in England. He seems to love what he does, so I enjoy watching it. I think that's the key to it. Is if they're enjoying what they're doing, it's not a job. It's just they're sharing what they love to do. And he'll go out and he'll set up his tent, and then he'll cook a meal, and that's it. That's the video. Just him setting up a tent, chopping some firewood, making a meal. I don't know. Simple.
Who's the guy that you watch that does the camping in Alaska?
That was the Outdoor Boys. They're the one that looks like his family were all related before they got married. Yeah.
My sons were telling me that they have watched literally every video from when before he was Outdoor Boys. He did like a fishing thing.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They've been watching him for years because one of my sons was telling me because how we were talking about that. We talked about the show once before.
Yes, we did.
About him camping, and my sons were like, "Have you ever watched him?" I was like, "Yeah, I've watched a little bit of it, because I don't do much camping. So
he's got almost 14 million subscribers, but
and that he's one of the biggest YouTubers out there. They said,
and he doesn't have comments turned on. Smart man.
Yes, but that I think almost every video gets 1 million views or something like that.
Let's take a look. 6.6 million views 1 month ago. 20 million views 3 months ago. 11. Yeah, holy crap.
Yeah, my sons were telling me that dude is making a bank.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Oh my Lord. 17 million views. Not too bad. I don't watch his stuff as much. I'll find somebody and then I'll go back in their catalog and start watching it till I've watched enough of it and I burn myself out and then I'll move on. Except for some of the, like Todd's Workshop. Dude, I've watched all of his stuff because he goes back. He'll go to museums, dude. Todd will go to museums and look at the ancient manuscripts to get the dimensions of a particular knife, for instance. He researches this stuff. So when he's bringing it to you, he knows what the hell he's talking about. Like he makes medieval arrows. He makes crossbows, knives, and you can buy, I think, most of the stuff from Todd Cutler's workshop.com. Like the guy, you can actually buy his weapons. Dude, that's the kind of stuff I love. Like he's passionate about it. That's the same way with the Outdoor Boy guy. I don't know. He just depresses me when I watch him. I just get depressed when I watch him. I don't know his name. One of my absolute favorite YouTubers, and he is definitely not appropriate for any audience, is Fleekazoid. He does video game stuff. He's horrible. He is a horrible, horrible human being. And he is by far my favorite YouTuber to have ever done. Like every video, I am crying because I'm laughing. This guy's he does not give two F's about anyone. He actually blew up this last year because he was making fun of Asmongold.
Oh, that's the guy. Yes.
Yeah,
I remember you telling
he's
me
like,
that.
it is what it is. It is what it is. Asmund would pause the video and go, well, I guess it is what it is. He goes, it is. He just did one where he says he's going to talk about Ubisoft. Like it came out 5 hours ago. I think I watched it as soon as it dropped. He doesn't mention. He goes, we'll get back to Ubisoft in a minute. He never talks about them. He's so funny. He's so funny. I watch his as soon as they drop. Like he's fast talking and funny. I really like him. There is another one that I watch. I don't necessarily watch it all the time. It's called Urban Valor. And it brings on veterans. And they tell their stories from the time they grew up until, tell where they're at right now. So then they talk about their military service. And those are good. And it's from all branches of the service, even Coast Guard, doesn't matter. They bring them on, and I think they do a lot for veterans charities and stuff. That's a really good channel. That's a really good channel. Urban Valor.
Oh, yes. I've watched a couple of those. I haven't subscribed to it, but I've watched a couple of those.
Yeah. Those are just kind of the list of the ones that like they pop up. I watch them. And like Urban Valor just put one up 5 days ago. I already watched it. Army paratrooper viciously fighting Taliban. And then some of the Marine combat veteran exposes the military's biggest betrayal. Like, and these guys just sit down and they talk, man.
I know one of the biggest things they're talking about now is like the food.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest guys that was talking about that was Angry Cops. He's a drill sergeant in the Army.
Yep.
So Urban Valors gives veterans a voice. They share their incredible stories of veterans and veteran family members. All veterans have a story to share and deserve the platform, support, and respect they've earned through duty. Urban Valor honors our military and military veterans by sharing their stories, capturing their history, and supporting veterans in need. That right there is enough for me. And it's like, so yeah, I watch those guys.
One of the ones that I've started watching on TikTok, and that it's not that a TikTok, it's a bracelet company. Let me see if I can find it. I've been wanting to give them a shout out. They sell. They send me emails all the time, but they sell a bracelet that helps. It's not a very expensive bracelet. It's like a $5 or $10 bracelet, but it helps veterans to get support dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up right now, and I have not bought one. I get an email from them all the time. Let me see. But I've been wanting to give them a shout out because I've been wanting to buy from them for a while. Hero Company. Yeah, look that up. Hero Company.
Okay.
HER, just like Hero Company. So they sell bracelets, and it helps support service dogs for veterans. And I've got it saved so I can
Okay, I'm looking it up real quick.
Can get that. Yeah, Hero Company is one that I've been wanting to support quite a bit because the support dogs really help the veterans out a lot.
So it's just okay, I see. So you buy
it's
that,
just,
and
you buy a bracelet, and a portion of the bracelet goes to because those support dogs are trained. And I've met a couple of those guys in the airports where they actually fly the dog to the veteran. So whoever's training the dog takes the dog to the veteran. So it's
don't stop. I don't. Okay, we're gonna have to close it. All right, sorry, it was playing in the background.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
didn't hear it, so it didn't come through.
Okay,
but yeah, that company right there, I like them a lot. Now you still always wonder how much of it, but
Yeah, your
I see
heart's
a
in the
lot of-
right place. Yeah.
Yeah, the heart's in the right place. So, everybody's going to make some money, but the fact that they do support the veterans and the dogs, and they actually send out emails talking about the dogs that they've sent out. So I actually like that
Oh,
a
that's
lot.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
The final, I want to talk about one more, but it's kind of political. And it's
Okay.
it's probably gonna surprise you. It's this YouTube channel, Podcast of the Lotus Eaters. It's all British guys talking about British politics. And I only found it because of Carl Benjamin. He was getting canceled left and right 4 years ago. And the guy, I think he actually ran for office of some sort in England. I can't remember what. He's just a normal, common sense guy. He's well spoken, well read. This guy right here, Carl Benjamin.
Okay.
I really like this guy. He's he's very intelligent, extremely intelligent. He had a podcast, or not a podcast. His Twitter handle was Sargon of Akkad, and everyone said he's far right. And the guy is just common sense, man. So I found the Podcast of the Lotus Eaters because of this guy. Because it's always kind of nice to hear like what's going on in communist Canada or the UK. Just so just to keep up, because like I wouldn't have given a shit about any of it if it wasn't for guys like him, like Keir Starmer, who's now he's committed British soldiers to fight with Ukraine against Russia. We're looking at the beginnings potentially of the hot war of World War III. These freaking idiots. But like this guy, man, I listen to a lot of his stuff just going when I'm at work. Because
nice.
He's really, really well spoken. And he talks about American politics in a way that's not offensive. Like, it's so amazing how like really well spoken British people can say like critique like American society, but do it in a way that is respectful, that I wish Americans could emulate. Like that's something that the British do exceptionally well. They can basically rip you down to your bare roots and do it in such a nice way that at the end of it, he's called you a piece of shit, but you're like, thank you.
Yeah, the other guy that does that really well that we watch a lot, Piers
Morgan. Yeah, he kind of waffles too much for me. I do like some.
He does go back and forth, but I mean, sometimes he does have good points. I do like watching some of his takes on things.
But I've been following a lot more of their stuff because of what's going on in Ukraine and across the ocean there. Also,
I did see that they said England and France were going to try and bring Ukraine back to the table.
But they better, because
peace talks.
They're not just gonna. I don't think they're just screwing with Russia. I don't know.
It's scary.
It is. But my thing is, and it's so complicated. Like, go back if you really want to know the history of this, you got to go back to 1991. You got to research and find videos that tell you.
Y'all gotta look it up.
You can't just believe a news piece, because the United States started this proxy war. This is our war.
Years ago.
Actually, from what I've seen, now I could be wrong. I'm a moron. I don't go to school for this, but this is what I saw, that it started during Clinton. Clinton reneged on I think it's Minsk. I can't say that word.
Minsk.
Thank you.
Yes.
Accords, where we weren't supposed to go out there towards Russia. And we were just like, we're going to take Crimea so you can suck it. And we go out there, then it's just a slow progression. And I sent you the video of I don't know who he is. He was giving a talk in the UN. And he basically said what I have said for decades. I always say, put yourself in your enemy's position. You go, oh, those people in Afghanistan are just vile terrorists. Okay, well, imagine, if you will, you're living in your home in Oklahoma and Mexican police kick your door in, or military kick your door in, snatch your son away, and you never see him again. Are you going to love the Mexican police or whatever they are?
Yes,
no, you're going to hate them. All of a sudden, you've created another enemy.
Yes.
So you put yourself in their position. Well, you put yourself in the Russian position by saying, what if Russia put a missile system in communist Canada? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy said that would last about 10 minutes and we'd be at war with Russia. Like, and he's right. He's absolutely right.
Yep.
But the Ukrainian thing, what upsets me about it is this is all the United States politicians doing, greedy, money laundering pieces of shit. They did this to these Ukrainian people. And what did you say? It was like, what did that video say? 1 million dead Ukrainians?
1 million dead Ukrainians.
And that's just the ones that we know about. We're not talking, that's probably no telling how many on the Russian side.
Oh gosh.
Like you've killed generations of people for money. And now you got a coked out actor pretending to be president who's basically a little mini dictator.
That video of him dancing is one of the best videos of
yeah.
You people are sitting here watching him talk to Trump and Vance, and all I can see is that video of that dude dancing on TV, and I'm crying. I was just like, I mean, everybody has a past, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. You just can't unsee it.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Dancing in heels.
Yes.
Let's see here. Let's see if I can find that.
Yes. It's just it's the fact.
Hold on. It's only 30 seconds long. Hold on. I got to make sure. Okay, here we go. This is
the president of Ukraine.
This is
given what? How many billions of dollars? 7?
Yeah.
No. That it was an extra 6 that they actually gave him. So I think they've given him 13 or.
This isn't the right one. This is a different one. The one you're talking about is when he's in the pink tutu.
That's it.
It is.
That's the one. That's the one I saw.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, it's like everyone wants to pick a side, but what happens if all the sides are wrong? You know what I mean?
The only side that look, y'all can like or dislike Trump, but he came out and said there are people dying. I'm trying to stop people from dying. Nobody wants anybody to die. If you do, you're a sick individual.
Yeah, and it's all about these political positions that most of these people couldn't pick Ukraine out on a map. They've got the flag in their bio, and they're like, they only are against the Russia because the media told them to be against Russia. And if you really go and you look at the whole situation, it's so deep and it's got so many crevices to fall down into. They need peace. They need peace. I mean,
that's what they need. They need to stop killing each other and look.
And then go ahead.
Whether it's for money, whether it is what it is, it's still killing.
Because my whole thing is look at things through the lens of common sense, because it's been told to us the last 4 years. And I'm sorry I'm getting into this. It's just something that's been kind of on my head the last couple of weeks. But you look at the situation over there and you say, well, why did it start? It's because Russia didn't, whatever. Russia was the aggressor, which is true.
But he warned you. Here's
the thing, though. The CIA did a coup over there and took out the president that was there. Now, did Russia put their president? Probably so. But imagine if Mexico was being touted by the Chinese and being taken over by the Chinese. Would the United States just sit on their hands and just go, I guess it is what it is? No, we wouldn't. We're the big bully on the block. And I love my country, but we have turned into the evil empire from Star Wars. We really have. I said every time we land a plane, they should be playing Darth Vader's theme song. And and the thing is it's good men and women that are in the military that are doing these things, that are patriotic. They love their country.
Well, they just do what they're told. And that's
just
what they're supposed to
do what they're told. And like I said, you created this mess. And now Trump comes in and says he wants to have peace. And now all the Democrats are like, how dare he's a Russian plant? No, even if he is, I like, if you believe in the war, then get your lazy ass over there and get in those front lines.
If you want to support Ukraine and you have family, I understand if you're part Ukrainian or whatever, and you did this. Okay, look, nobody is stopping you from buying a plane ticket. They're snatching adult males off the street that have been hiding. If they come out for air, they snatch them up and put them in the military. Guess what? If you go over there with your passport and say you want to get shot at, they're going to take you. That's all I got to say.
I mean, there's actually videos, and like we have said numerous times, and I'll keep beating this into people's heads. Ukraine was one of the most corrupt places on planet Earth. On planet Earth. And now you're telling me it's the only place we have to stand for democracy. Those sons of bitches can't even spell democracy. They don't want a democracy. They don't want the rule of law. It's run by mobsters. It always has been. It probably still will be after this war is over. And then Zelensky saying we can't have an election during war. It's like, no. And somebody, a young lady, I don't remember who it was, said she went to Dubai, to one of the ritziest places in the world, and it was all Ukrainians. That's where your money's going. Whether you want to admit it or not, those soldiers over there are just getting destroyed. Sure, they're killing a lot of Russians. It's kind of like you and me trying to fight. I don't know. Pick a heavyweight, John Jones. Yeah, I might wear him out a little bit, but he's just toying with me. At any point, he could crush me. He could crush me. He could crush both of us, probably together.
Oh God.
So it's like Russia could, if they really, really wanted to, really probably go in there and now you got Finland. Finland shocked the world a couple days, maybe within the last 2 or 3 days. They're talking about sending troops on the ground. They're talking about military package aids, missiles, ships, guns, tanks. Yeah. So United States backs out. United States backs out. Now all these countries are going to go over there because they got little dick energy is what this is. Because every single one of European countries and the EU and all those countries in NATO is only the United States. We're the only reason that NATO keeps functioning. When you look at it, we take our ball and go home. NATO will collapse, I believe. I believe NATO will collapse. It's going to be a shell of itself. And America's paying everybody else's bills. We need to stop that too and see how long the rest of them stay where they're at. And I think
if those countries still want weapons and we're the only people that are making the weapons they want, those weapons companies are still going to make money. We don't have to do proxy wars for those companies to make money.
No.
If you're the only one, if I'm the only one that's making X weapon and it's the best weapon out there and they want it, they're going to pay for it. Doesn't matter what war is out there. That's why countries buy our old airplanes, because guess what? It's still a great airplane.
It's way better than what they had. Yeah. And my thing, and it's such a bad thing because you're talking about your political opinion, if you want this war to continue because you feel this thing about Ukraine. You're talking about the lives of not just the men on the front lines. You're talking about the young women that are getting taken captive. And we don't need to go into what happens if you're an adult. You understand what's happening. You're talking about a complete destruction of a people. For what? For what? So rich people can continue to sell death and destruction? My thing is I never understood why Russia is still the bad guy. I'd like a real reason for that. Was it because growing up, Kaz and I grew up.
Everybody was scared of Russia.
Right. But we grew up with the Cold War still in effect. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was still mutually assured destruction. I mean, we got taught about the doomsday clock and, what to do if you got attacked, and we had moved.
What was one of the biggest things that happened when we were growing up, when they tore down the wall?
Right, 1991. That was huge. That was huge.
Huge.
So
one of the biggest things ever.
That's what I'm saying. So 1991, the Soviet Union collapses. United States is like a heroin addict. They've been slamming heroin since 1945, and now they're like, oh shit, we've been building up all these weapons. Now what are we going to do with them? Now you see the turn of the American government, and you just start seeing all these like unnecessary wars and stuff. And it makes you wonder, it's because of the military industrial complex. We've got to have a bad guy, because if we don't have a bad guy, there's a whole bunch of people that are going to be out of jobs, whole industries that are going to go bankrupt. They won't.
If y'all just want to Google up something, RFK has a nice little speech about it. You can look it up anywhere. He just gave it not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, RFK goes into it about the proxy war and the money and everything that's why the proxy war was happening. And he literally he basically let him have it.
They need somebody, and it's despicable that people would rather have war and people dying in the streets of a foreign country than to apply for peace. It's disgusting to me, man. That's like your son, my son. You know, it's like, no, I don't want anybody's son. Now it's different.
No,
it's different. It's different if the United States was a world away. We didn't know where Ukraine was. No one had ever heard of it. And Russia attacks. Well, then NATO should be over there to help them defend those people. But they didn't. And I thought about this years ago. We were young men when the first Gulf War happened. And what did they say? They're going over there to promote freedom and democracy, spread democracy at the end of a gun. We went over there, pushed Iraq out of Kuwait. And it was like, we've got to help these poor people. That's what they kept saying on TV. Where was the United States in Rwanda? No, they weren't there. Where was the United States in parts of South America?
There was no money involved in it.
There's none. No. There's shit going on in Africa right now, in Congo and different places. Why aren't we over there helping them? Why aren't we?
It is bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
So
if y'all want to see something bad, y'all Google that up. What's going on in South Africa right now?
And
that's not even being talked about on the news.
No.
Like Ukraine.
There's a documentary right now that released on Netflix that's Black Hawk Down, the story behind it. And they actually
my son said it was amazing.
It is. And dude, I was watching those poor people. They were talking about their babies, and you just see those babies over there starving to death because the warlords wanted control. And you just sit here and go, that's the cost of this right here. The weakest among you is suffering. And to continue this war, it's just like, I don't know.
And that was under the guise of a humanitarian.
Yep.
I believe, right? I have not watched it yet. It's on my watch list because both my boys said it was amazing. One of my sons said it was so good. I got a text message the next morning. And did you rent a movie? I was like, I'm at work. How did I rent a movie? Well, somebody rented Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, well, this is a documentary. It's like a 5 or 6 part.
No, but my son watched that, and his wife had not seen Black Hawk Down, so he goes on my Amazon account and rents Black Hawk Down because she had never seen it. They watched the documentary. Look, she loved the documentary and hadn't seen the movie, so she wanted to watch the movie.
Okay, that's a good movie too. Yeah,
that's a great movie too.
But like you sit there and you see all this stuff, and it's like, so we're only going to help the oil-rich nations save their people because we give a shit about them, right? The oil doesn't matter, right? So that's kind of when I started to wake up and I realized, wait a minute, the United States government's kind of not a good person. Like, they're not good people because we're going to go over there. And now you're getting all this stuff coming out with Doge and all of that. But my whole point with the Ukraine thing was like, we're setting up now if Europe, because they've got morons leading them right now. Oh no, this is why I brought this up. So this is so good. No, if I'm laughing. So I think it was either France or Germany and England. They came together and they go, you know what we're going to do? We're going to send Italian soldiers to Ukraine. And the Italians are like, hold up, wait a minute. What the hell did you just say?
That's right. They said, no, we're not going.
Yeah. The Italian president, she said no.
Even some of the English are saying they're not going to fight over there.
That's like if we have another war, I'm going to go and get into Congress and go, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Canadians and Mexicans are going to go be the frontline soldiers. It's just like, how can you do that? They're not even your people. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to volunteer the Italians. And they're like, hold up. Mm-mm.
Did you hear what Trump told him he wanted for the ceasefire?
Wasn't it rare earth minerals or something? Or
because
they owe us money.
You know,
there's no way around it. You owe us some damn money.
But isn't Ukraine where they mine for the lithium batteries?
I
believe that's one of the biggest mines is the lithium. I believe that's one of the places that they mine lithium.
Let's see. Let's do a search. What
are the biggest minerals in Ukraine?
Rare earth oh, that's the #1 search result. Let's see here. Let's pull it up. What minerals?
It's lithium for the batteries.
Lithium, titanium, and uranium. Ukraine claims to hold nearly $15 trillion worth of mineral resources, making it one of the most resource rich. So now you know why everyone's fighting.
Trump said 50%. You said I want 50% of your minerals.
My thing is, and this is what sucks.
This is a lot.
It is, but this is what sucks. Ultimately, the United States started this shit. There's no way around it. Biden and them.
NATO, because they
but Biden was over there and they put people in. And if you really go research it, they were like, that guy doesn't want to work with us. Well, we need to get him out of office. Like there's audio. I mean, that was all on the Hunter Biden laptop stuff.
Well, I want to say that was another reason he was on top of NATO is because of some of the quote unquote business deals that Biden had made.
Exactly.
Supposedly, that was one of the scandals, the conspiracy theories about it. That was another reason because he was doing things he wasn't supposed to be doing.
It's like when you were a kid and you got some Timmy, you're going to bring Jeremy's got a little brother, Timmy, and Jeremy and Dan and Doug are together, and they tell young Timmy, if you want to fit in, go over there and kick that big guy in the balls. No, it'll be fine. Yes. We got your back. And then little Timmy runs over and kicks that guy in the nuts, and then the other guys are giggling and they run off. Now Timmy gets his butt whipped. Well, that's Timmy in this instance is Ukraine, and all those guys that were saying they got their back, they didn't, and so Ukraine thought they had the backing of the most powerful nations on earth. And then they got hit in the mouth and they just went, here's a Band-Aid. We'll give you a sharp stick and then you guys figure it out.
And the sad thing about it is it's cost millions of people their lives.
Yeah. At the end of the day, for what?
Yep.
Rare earth minerals. And I don't think Putin's a good guy at all. I've never said that. But at the same time, I don't blame him because we wouldn't do anything any different.
It's just like we talked about before. He warned you. Yep. You pushed the button. He's the man. He's not even like the president. He's the man over there. I mean, I watched the video of a guy that actually signed a document with his pen and took the pen. And he was like, did you see that video? He was like, where's my pen? And you could see the look in the guy's eyes. He's just like, oh shit, I didn't mean to take the pen, but he took the pen. He's like, are they going to cut my hand off for taking his pen? Yeah. Literally, you could see when they translated, it's like, you took my pen. And the dude was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they have elections over there anymore, do they?
No, they do. They do, but there was a big deal. I think
kind of like Mexico. They just don't. They don't run against them.
Well, they do, but all of a sudden dirt starts coming out that this guy's doing horrible things. Shocking. No, he's not a good guy, but at the same time, you imagine if just for the future, for people who hear this, who aren't really aware, every time you hear this and they paint the guy as a bad guy, start asking questions. And I guarantee you, 1 or 2 questions in, stuff's going to start not making sense. Like, why? Why? Just ask why. Why is he doing this? Well, why did he do that? Why is this happening? Once you start asking the questions, which is what modern politics doesn't want you to do, they just want you to shake your head yes and do what they tell you. And the worst thing you can have is a free population that asks questions. So,
Yep. And
but
they don't have that over there.
and I always recommend to people, put yourself in the position of your adversary and ask yourself, how would you have done it different? Right. And
Yeah.
I really hope that this freaking war, because
I hope it ends quickly.
when did it started in what, 2022? When did the Ukraine war start?
It started before whatever happened in Jerusalem, in Israel.
Yeah. So before October 7th,
Before October 7th.
Wow, that's a number one Google. It's probably listening to me. 2014 is what this says, but that's early 2022. That's when the conflict started, though. But that was over Crimea, I think.
Yes, that was the first place he went into, was Crimea.
And that was during Obama Lama Ding Dong's term in office, if I'm catching my dates right. Him and Big Mike were in the Oval Office.
See, and that's what Zelensky Zelensky was the parts guy in what was the big guys the guy you don't like from Saturday Night Live, Zelensky? Isn't that the same name?
I don't.
Isn't that the president of Ukraine?
Yeah, that is the president of Ukraine.
Okay,
yeah.
so it was Zelensky Motors in Tommy Boy.
Oh,
Zelensky Motors.
So we're gonna finish this on something cool. Let's see if I can find it real quick. It's kind of a conspiracy. Baron.
All right, guys.
Trump.
We'll get off of that for now.
Book 1896. Here we go.
And I hope Rocco's watching Silver Bullet tonight.
Yeah, he won't be. He'll get scared. Have to load his bow and arrow and keep it armed.
No, you're so going to hell.
Okay, so this book did 1,800 book series about Baron Trump predict Donald Trump's rise to power. There are parallels. And what is this website? I don't even know. Vice. This is Vice, so it's probably not wrong. Internet theorist rediscovered Ingersoll Lockwood's Baron Trump series, and in this, at some point, you could.
I'm sorry, but before you go on about the book, his son. Scroll back up.
I did.
His son could be a serial killer.
Yeah,
those eyes.
Oh yeah,
he's not got the crazy Manson eyes, but he looks like he could be a serial killer. I'm just saying.
I bet he's so sheltered. He's probably got a pet squirrel named Mr. Digglesworth. And he just goes in there. He looks like a man. Then he goes in there. How's my little Digglesworth? And he puts on a little maid outfit and goes around dusting everything. And his dad's like, what am I going to do with him? But apparently in this book series, it talks about the man that takes them to Mars. And the man's name is Elon. That's creepy shit. And it was
some creepy stuff.
Written 1896, early 1900s. Let's see. I'm going to do a real quick Google search.
And just as you're doing that Google search, I will say that in the Elon Musk podcast, he said within 30 years we should be on Mars.
And you said?
I'm going to be too old. I won't be able to go to frickin' Mars, damn it.
Like you'd want to. Who wants to go to Mars? Well, three-titted woman. I mean, I guess we would go, but you'd need some blue pills.
Hey.
Okay, here we go. This is not the same book. There's a popular, though somewhat inaccurate theory that Elon Musk's interest in Mars. Oh, that's not it. Oh, Werner von Braun's 1953 Project Mars, a technical tale. The leader of a Martian government is called Elon. So I got that wrong. Okay, so that's what it was. It was Werner von Braun. Now, that's the guy that, got us the V2 rocket. He was a Nazi. He was a Nazi, and he helped build rockets using slave labor in Nazi-controlled Germany. And then the United States went over there and went like, we're going to kill all the Nazis, except for him. He's real smart.
But you're talking about going to Mars, but listening to him talk about the way that they have to make the heat shields, the tiles, it's a tile that's a heat shield that's got different stuff in it. was just extraordinary. I mean, it's beyond my realm of cognitive thinking because that stuff is. You see, I
Yeah.
use big words there.
You did?
You like that? I did. But just hearing him talk about it and the way he was talking about it, it was just because I've never heard anybody talk about how you make a heat shield. It was the tile. He talked about how the space shuttles, the heat shields. That's the reason why we lost the space shuttle. That's one of the reasons why they
Oh,
quit doing the space shuttles because they were not making it back on reentry.
okay.
The heat shields. If it gets a crack in it, it would just you'd
Yeah.
lose one piece of the heat shield as it comes in.
Everybody
And
cooks. Yeah.
yep, he said, and that's the thing. And he said, I think he said, what did he say? He sends up a satellite every other week.
Oh, really?
There are that many.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
scary that they launch a satellite every other week. I want to say twice a month. He said,
And then you told me this. I didn't know about this, that there's 2 astronauts stuck in freaking space.
I think it's 4.
Oh, is it? Are there any women up there? Because she's coming back pregnant for sure. They've been.
They've been up there 8 months.
Yeah. They're going to come back. It's going to be 5.
Oh, it's 2. I thought, okay, so it's 2. And he said
9 months in space. Holy hell.
He said,
Oh, no, never mind. There's no hanky-panky going on at all. Never mind. I was incorrect.
I never thought about this because being in which we all know this, but being in a lack of gravity causes the bone density to not be as dense.
Right. Yeah, that one guy that was up there, how long was he up there? He's a twin. And he was actually taller than his twin brother. They were same size. He spent like a year in space, I think. Something like that. And when he came down, he was taller and he had to kind of relearn to walk because all of his muscle definition and everything was gone because of that.
I think he said that they will have to do an ungodly amount of physical therapy because they've been stuck up there for so long.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the sad thing about it is, whether it's true or not, that it was a political that the Biden administration would not let him send a rocket to get him.
Really?
That's what he said.
I am gonna look.
They told him he could not rescue them. He said, I could have rescued them a month ago. He said, and now I'm having to wait because they have to wait for the weather patterns to be correct to go up there. He said, I'm having to wait. So the podcast came out last Friday. So he said it'll be 3 to 4 weeks before I can launch.
Oh my God. Let's see. It says stranded astronauts say he believes Musk claims that Biden refused to conduct a rescue mission. Huh. Well, I don't know. That's coming from Elon, but why would he lie? I don't know why he'd lie, but that's crazy, man. Of all the places, I would rather be stuck in the Caribbean. I don't know about you. I mean, and I'm an albino, so I just turned into a lobster.
Nothing wrong with rum punch and cigar, buddy.
Yeah.
Rum punch and cigars.
And then you sent me that shit about Wilson being a conspiracy theory.
Oh, it's bad.
We're going to end the audio. We're going to end the audio part. So tell the people on the audio version.
Hit us up on the X, guys. And just so y'all know, it's not a tweet anymore. It's called a post. According to Elon, we don't tweet anymore. We post stuff. Send me a post. Send us something on the X, Odd Times Podcast. Hit us up on the TikTok, Odd Times Podcast. Send us an email. Mac checks on the email quite frequently, oddtimespodcast at yahoo.com. We are on the gram. It doesn't get as much business. I don't get to do as much on the gram as I'd like to, but y'all can hit us up there too. It's Odd Times Podcast.
We're grown men with real jobs. It takes a lot to do what we do.
I got a dog in my lap right now, and Flit's going to sleep, and Matt will take care of you when he's not with the bots on Twitter.
Odd Mac guy on Twitter. I put my daughter's painting up there. It looks like a starry asteroid or something.
I meant to ask you that. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, my daughter painted that.
That's actually not bad. I've been meaning to ask you what that was.
Mm-hmm. Was I forget it's an actual anomaly in space, I forget what it's called because I'm not smart, but yeah, she painted that. So, and follow us.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube, and you can watch us
Yes.
live Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Any other times, they not really count. And until next time, we'll see
Piece
you
of chicken
guys.
grease.
God damn it. No,
I'm gonna let you murder it.
yeah, well, you did a good job. The audio portion's done. But you were telling me, now that we're back just on YouTube,
Speaking of the audio part,
I noticed. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're up to date on the
No, we're
audio
not.
part.
I got to re-upload the last two. Yeah, I noticed that today.
Yeah.
But
I got guff for it. And I was like, I don't control that.
no.
He said, well, you need to put your foot down. I said, no. It's not. Please.
Well, I saved them, so I'll try to upload them tonight. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get them up there because they're already edited. I posted them, but like I told you, SoundCloud did some weird shit with it, and so I guess I'm gonna have to just start double checking after I upload to make sure it's on there. But
My son needs to let me in on it a little sooner too.
yeah. So we'll get them up there.
I'm afraid to hold your hand because I don't know where it's going.
It's gonna smell funny and be sticky. But you were telling me, or you sent me. I'm gonna see if I still have it. Hold on, I'm gonna blur this out real quick. Oh, you sent me a bunch of stuff after we talked. A couple of beers. That shit was funny.
Did you see the one in the plane where the plane is going down? Did I send you that one?
Oh yeah, that one's hilarious.
Oh,
Dude,
my gosh.
Shane Gillis has become one of my favorite.
Oh, he's the plane one.
Okay.
Had me crying.
So before we get off here, explain it. It's on here.
I can't see it.
Okay, well, it's going to come up, but when it comes up, I want you to explain this because it's the Wilson.
Okay. Yes. So they're saying that is a cult, like a club for the adrenochrome.
And that's the stuff that they're pulling out of little kids.
Yes, they say they terrify little kids over a period of time, and then they transfuse the blood. And that's why they're saying people are looking younger. That's how they're saying that supposedly, quote unquote, the Hollywood elite are trying to stay young is by adrenochrome, which is supposedly they're not. I don't think they're actually like killing the kids or anything like that.
But you would, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But they're transfusing the blood into
like an anti-aging serum or some shit.
It's like an and they're saying supposedly this was one of the, how do I say, products? I don't know if it's a product. One of the extras on the Epstein Island. That was one of the quote unquote extras on an Epstein Island too.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I watched the Joe Rogan podcast with Ian Carroll, and I don't feel safe in my home anymore. The conspiracy theories, because he was talking about how Jeffrey Epstein was working for 3-letter agencies, Mossad, all kinds of people. It was. So I wouldn't doubt it. It's just odd to me. I just looking at Ellen DeGeneres, I just keep thinking she would have looked great as an actor at Gringotts. The Harry Potter. I was just like, oh, she's gonna get my gold.
I want to say her and her wife had moved to England.
I heard something about
the
that.
Election that they got out.
So what?
She got run because supposedly somebody in her one of her managers at the set of Ellen said some things he wasn't supposed to say, so they canceled the show.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, yeah, they canceled the show because of that, and then right before the election, her and her wife got out of Dodge. So
okay, so This is the kind of shit that irritates me. I'm putting this up because it's got the kitty toucher, Tom Hanks. I won't watch anything he's in. This is a stretch.
Oh, no.
So they take a snapshot out of a moving picture and they say this is for Baphomet. Okay, but maybe he's raising the other hand. He hasn't got it up yet. Like, oh, come on, man. You guys are reaching. Stop. It's so annoying. It's so that's the problem is crackpots ruin what could potentially be like really uncovering dark stuff. I'm trying to see what it says. This is Matrix Mysteries. Is that what you sent me? Matrix Mysteries on X.
And you know, if you dive, and I did a small little look into some of this stuff. Some of the things he did that they caught off camera is some of the stuff he did back in the day.
Who's that? Tom Cruise?
Tom Hanks.
Oh, okay.
It does not make him look good.
No.
Because, you know, people will, and, you know, it's like they take a section of a comment. So you don't know. But, like, watching some of the outtakes, what was the show he did where he cross-dressed?
Bosom Buddies.
Bosom Buddies. I loved that show.
Me too.
Loved it. But, dude, I watched some of the outtakes and some of the stuff he was saying. Not good.
You know,
good.
a lot of stuff. Well, you know what's funny is the older I get, because when I was younger, I just didn't think about things.
No, you never did.
But you really are a collection of everything that you bring into your life. So, you know, like the old adage, birds of a feather flock together. And you go, I'm not really like Dan and Steve over here that smoke pot and do all that stuff. But there's a reason you're hanging out with them. And sooner or later, it's going to, you guys are going to affect each other, whether you want to or not. You might never touch pot. It may be against everything you believe in. And then your girlfriend breaks up with you and sleeps with somebody that you hate. And then you're just like, F it, I'm going to do it. Where if you weren't hanging out with them, you wouldn't be tempted by that. So, but you think about all the subtle stuff we were indoctrinated with early on in our life in TV and music. Mm-hmm. I mean, you look at like early, like some of that hardcore music, like was in our generation, how they like talked about women, girls ain't nothing but tricks and hoes. And, you know, and and then you look at our society today and you're like, huh. That obviously had an impact. So I was just thinking of that because we both watched Bosom Buddies. Never thought about it. Cross-dressing? Never thought about it.
No, never thought about it. And to think, before the last few years, Tom Hanks put a movie out. It was a must-watch movie.
I mean, he was basically the calmer version of Will Smith. It was like no miss, like he did the dumbass movie about the captain. I am the captain now. I refuse to watch that shit. I don't care.
I didn't watch it.
But that thing made tons of money. Made tons of money. He's got a new series on Amazon, Apple TV.
Apple TV, and it looks good.
I won't watch it.
In it. I'm not going to watch it.
I
don't have Apple TV, thank God, or I probably would watch it. But
yeah, there's another. That may be the show. But he plays a destroyer hunting a sub, I think. I wanted to watch it, and I saw Tom Hanks, and I'm like, you know what? All your negative, nasty behavior, and that's the other thing, too. These guys used to could keep all this shit undercover, but with the internet now
it's very hard.
Like
and he still has 19 upcoming projects.
And then they were talking about the conspiracy theory. Apparently on his Twitter, he would just take pictures of children's socks and shoes all over town. Have you seen that?
No. I think he got rid of his Twitter.
I would hope so. Hanks, socks, and shoe pictures. Yeah, let's see what comes up here. Yeah, so he would just post this like this on Instagram. Just little shoes and shit everywhere. Often the image was something missing, its mate, a lost sock, a single glove, a lone shoe. And so conspiracy theorists are saying this is his way of admitting guilt. I don't see that. I don't see that. The guy's a freaking Fruit Loop. And you got to think too, he's so rich and everybody's lying to him. No one's going to go, shut the F up, you're a dipshit. No one's telling Tom Hanks that because he'll ruin their life with money. Like,
You would think so.
yeah. So like those guys, you get to a certain level of success, it's kind of detrimental to you because now you don't have, like right now, you just held me accountable for not having the audio portion up. If I was a billionaire, you'd just be like, well, he's got his reasons.
Yes. Okay, so Tom Hanks, there's a difference in people. I'm saying, I think some people just want to be out there. They want to run their mouths. They want to say things. So Tom Hanks's net worth is $400 million.
Oh, that's it?
That's
a
a lot of
lot.
money.
That's a lot of Benjamins, as they say.
So, okay. So then you turn around, and we always talk about this. We always talk about how much we like this guy. Then you have somebody like a Denzel Washington. Net worth $300 million.
My goodness.
Do you know it? Do you know Tom? Do you know his political views?
Absolutely not.
Never heard a word about his political. I've never heard him say anything bad about any president.
I do know that he is, I believe from the few little posts that I've seen that you've seen as well, I think he's more aligned with us than he is with either political party.
I don't know.
Because he goes, if you don't read the news, you're uninformed. If you watch the news, you're misinformed. So
Yes.
so
he's being honest.
He is.
Basically, he's saying you need to do your research.
Exactly.
But yet I do know that he's a major supporter of the military. He has many bases he's gone in and like paid out of his own pocket to help either with veterans services, their hospitals on the bases, like upgrade the stuff out of his own pocket.
Wow. That's
yeah. Stuff like that.
That's the thing.
Just a different caliber of person that you have. It's like
that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. We need to start.
I don't even know how many kids he has because I don't.
No,
I've never paid any attention.
And
I think he's got a son that acts though.
He avoids controversy because it's bad for the brand. See, my thing is we need to start our own.
Where he lives.
No, we don't need to. But I want to start Mac and Kaz's social media protection agency. And basically we get the Hollywood stars and then they want to post something and we go, let's see the script. And they put it on Twitter and you're like, nope, you're not putting that. Like it's common sense. It's our motto is just stop it. Because no one needs to know that shit.
No, our motto is let us stop you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to start two things. We got to start an NGO.
And that is what is an NGO?
A non-government organization.
Oh, absolutely.
So if y'all don't know why, just look up Soros and NGOs and you'll understand. Or go to doge.gov.
And then we're going to apply. We're going to go get some old Civil Wars guy's dead name and social security number, file for it, and then collect Social Security for the last 200 years. That sounds awesome.
Actually, he spoke on that too in the podcast. He said he doesn't think they're collecting Social Security. He says he thinks they're using it to do other stuff, collect other things like insurance. Medicare, Medicaid, things like that. They're not actually collecting Social Security. He says that he thinks they're using it to collect other government things. They haven't figured it out yet.
So this is something I wondered. Why, and I know it's a big ask, but like say Oklahoma City, they come together, they make a government-run hospital, clinic, whatever it is. It's free. I mean, the Native Americans do this and they do it well. They have like our friend Otis. He's Chickasaw, I think. So he goes down there and sees the voodoo doctor at the reservation. But it's free. Like his kids got free braces. So
right.
Why couldn't our government do some of that with like some of the money they took in? Like they clearly have more. They have so much money. They're giving that shit.
They already kind of do with WIC and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I did.
There are some health insurance for
Underprivileged people, I guess.
underprivileged. Yes.
Okay.
So there is some already.
Okay.
Yeah, there is some. So
we're
WIC is for the babies.
women, infant, and children. I think is what that stands
yes,
for.
is what WIC stands for. And I can't remember what.
Where's the
there
one
is.
for strippers, beers, and bongs for guys? I mean, I want to apply for that one. Here's your stripper allowance for the month.
Isn't that called the corner of
Yeah.
23rd Martin Luther King?
To see when I become king, it's going to be a much different place. I promise you.
Oh God.
I would last 2 weeks. They think Trump's controversial. Oh shit. Anyway,
they'll be like, the only way you can watch Mac is on HBO.
yeah.
We can't even let it be on regular TV because
Yeah.
you gotta be. It's gonna end 17.
Yes, exactly. It's State of the Union rated R. Oh my God. So
Rated X because there's gonna be stripper poles.
yes. I'm gonna be giving my State of the Union with a bow tie and a thong, and that's it.
Oh,
Get the
Could you
baby oil.
imagine
Get the baby oil.
The gold throne seat. All right, Diddy.
So we're gonna start an NGO, and what was the other thing you said?
And helping the rich and famous on with their social media.
Oh yeah. That sounds perfect. Yeah, and that'll be our NGO. Cover up from the ground up. That's our motto. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us. We've been doing this shit for over 2 hours. I think I've talked enough.
Yes.
So, and I'll get those
All right,
posted.
guys.
Yep, like he said, pig's wings and I don't know. Anyway, chicken grease.
Chocolate covered bacon.
Oh, okay. That's enough. That's going to get us kicked off YouTube. We'll see. We'll see.